Would you murder for food?
So it's funny you say much like Jesus because when Trump won the fucking election, I was at Marble Bar. I was drinking mezcal fucking straight. I went outside to like hang out with a friend and came back in and he announced that like Trump had fucking won. And I was like, what the fuck? And my best friend Ashley is a queer biracial woman and she was at Temple Bar and she's like blowing my phone up. She was like, you gotta come get me! This motherfucker's gonna put me in camp! He's gonna put me in a camp!
Oh my god.
And I'm like, okay, hang on. I was like, I don't think I should be driving right now. I've literally, my friend was bartending at Marble Bar and she just handed me the entire bottle of mezcal and was like, like everyone's just like sobbing.
Yes.
And like, I'm like, okay, give me a minute. I'm like, I'm gonna slam some water.
Yeah.
And like, so I go and pick her up and I was like, we're going to fucking White Castle. And I pull up and I was like, I'll have every mozzarella cheese stick you have there.
Oh my
and the guy's
God.
like, everyone? And I was like, I'm like, sure, you're not
cheese stick.
Do not
one left.
Are you not aware of what's happening?
Do you know what happened?
And he's like, yeah, man, this shit's crazy.
Yeah.
Hang on, pull the and he was like, complimentary milkshake. Here you go. And I was like,
bro,
I will die.
Shirley, where were you when Trump was elected?
Oh my god, I remember what I was wearing.
I worked a double.
Oof.
And
I was in
Beverly Hills, Michigan.
Shit, you're like, I gotta get out of here.
I was in Beverly Hills, Michigan. No, we worked a double. I worked a double that day. And it was, everything was just hot. Like, life was just like, I worked because I didn't want to sit and watch TV all day, right? Like, I knew that I couldn't just sit and watch TV all day. I got done working after we found out that that person won. And I went directly to the liquor store. I bought 2 bottles of wine. And I went home. And I just smoked, like, joint after joint.
I mean,
and then I just got fucking wasted. I got ripped.
What else can you do?
And then I smoked cigarettes after that, too. I remember at the time I wasn't smoking. But I, like, bought cigarettes. And
You're like, I'm a smoker today.
It's like, God damn.
Yeah.
Donald Trump won? For real?
Yeah, I remember the next day I took the day off of work.
But I also knew he was
went and got coffee. I lived in Corktown, went to Astro Coffee, and then I sat outside of Slows and I just stared at everyone and I was like, I bet that white woman voted for Trump. I was playing a game with a friend of mine. I was like, they probably fucking
They definitely voted for Trump. Look at them.
They're going.
They're going into.
They think Slows is the best barbecue in Detroit.
This macaroni and cheese.
Yeah, they voted for Trump.
This is barbecue. Yeah. This is American barbecue.
That always blows my.
I'm like, Detroit, girl. Do you know where you live? This is Detroit. This is the blackest city in America, and you're like, Slows.
Going to get the best barbecue in Detroit in Corktown. Made by, not saying white people can't cook barbecue.
I'm gonna say it. Nobody, listen, ain't nobody. Okay, I'm gonna say it. I'm going to say it.
I'm like, the places that have the best barbecue. Like, I'm vegetarian, but I'm like,
right.
My dad is from Arkansas.
Yes. So my god. Yeah. That nigga.
Yeah.
Is just a whole pig.
You're going to parks. You're going to
Vegas. Yes, 100%. Yeah.
We're gonna go to places that probably a lot of. I always say Slows is like the safe place for white people to go eat barbecue.
Right. In Detroit, it's safe. It's fine. Yeah. No, you're not gonna get primo barbecue from safe-looking establishments. Chef Greg's Soul in the Hole or whatever it's called over here off of 7 Mile.
I'm not familiar with that. What?
It's Chef Greg's. This man has been in business for like literally 50 years. The restaurant looks sketchy. It's like just like
That's how it's supposed to look.
The
best places.
Like, just like Cutters for burgers and like
don't even that. I'm sorry.
You don't like Cutters?
I fucking love.
I was like, Cutters is the best. Cutters is the best.
When I used
you
to
walk in,
work in Eastern
bro.
I'm just here to look at the waitresses.
That's it. That's it. Listen, if you are in the greater Metro Detroit area and you have never been to Cutters fine dining in Eastern Market, yes, you look like you're gonna get stabbed there. Yes, it looks
a chance.
Take it. There's a 2-drink minimum. I feel like one day I went in the before they redid it.
A problem for me.
One day
didn't even tell me like we don't need to talk.
Before they redid it, I remember walking in one day for lunch, It's also one of those places where I went in like the middle of the summer, hot ass day, beautiful ass day outside. You walk in and you are just transformed into a different place. There are no windows. It is dark.
No windows.
There's not one. There's a jukebox.
There's like a weird back room.
There's a back room that led to what I believe was the slaughterhouse, because that's where
the deals were being done. Air quote.
Whatever's happening back there. Okay. There's a bathroom.
I'm just gonna say, Kwame Kilpatrick did hang out there a lot, so I'm sure that back room has seen some shit.
Sarah. I'm certain if we went back there with one of those fucking black light things or whatever, it's just gonna be blood and semen.
And then you're like fucking incriminated, and you're like, I gotta go. Cutters. Seriously though, I mean, these are the gems of Detroit.
Period.
Fingers, I get, with COVID, obviously, like a lot of small businesses and restaurants.
Cutters ain't never going nowhere.
No,
Cutters ain't never going nowhere.
I will fucking sell my house.
Cutters ain't never going
and buy
nowhere.
Cutters to keep it, like, these are like those places where I'm also like, I just, like, they're just really sacred to, I feel like, old school Detroiters. And it's like, that's like a place I'm like, I kind of want people to know about, but I don't want to know.
Right.
It's like so sacred.
Right. No, it is a diamond in the rough.
It's
rough. Emphasis on rough.
And by rough, I mean RUFF, fucking rough riders, fucking where my dogs at, fucking
Oh my god.
No, please. I mean, is there nothing? It's got to be on like the top of my list of like my favorite iconic Detroit
100%
legendary spots.
100%.
Period. The end. Fucking Cutters.
God damn it! Shout out to Cutters. This is sponsored by Cutters. Exactly. I'm like,
by the way, guys, I guess we should tell you now we're brand ambassadors for Cutters. And
we're getting T-shirts and we're gonna have little burgers that we carry around everywhere.
We're gonna have a Cutters
Passing out Cutters stickers for all the girls and all the boys.
If there were Cutters stickers, one of those would be on my bumper yesterday.
I'm also here at Cutters crop tops. Adorable.
Oh, shit.
Adorable.
Summer is around. I mean, we can make these.
Just walk in. I wanted to say Cutters and like drippy letters. And then
gold.
And then between it. Yeah, it's like between two buns. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You know it. Copyright.
This is being recorded.
Copyright. Fuck you.
I would pull that shirt directly over your head like the 6th grade bully.
Oh my god.
No. Cutters, I think they do have merchandise, but I don't think they have the like bun.
Right. No, their merch is like it's not it's classic merch. From what you know what I mean? I feel like they have like the white tees and it just says Cutters over here in cursive.
There's like a hoodie and like
you know,
and, like, white block leather.
Let's elevate it. Let's
also,
elevate this.
I mean,
wait. Why? No. 3, 2, 1.
Didn't even know
There's still a camera.
I'm sorry.
We're going back.
I was not told this was going to be
video recorded. I didn't
have to talk to my manager.
I know. I'm really sorry. Tell them I said to call me immediately.
I'm going to need to see that content.
Tell them let's meet at Slows.
Maybe in the bathroom at Cutters. We have some deals to cut. No, we were talking about. Okay, so this is literally the 3rd time that we have tried America. You guys.
I don't know what monsters or spirits don't want the two of us to be video recorded. Maybe it's too much, Sarah.
I literally was like,
maybe it's too hot for TV.
Too hot.
Maybe we're gonna break the
universe
internet.
is like, I don't know if people are ready for this. There's a lot of energy. There's lots of opinions. Like, the universe was like, think about it. Think about it.
The both of them together at the same time.
I know. It's pretty dangerous.
I'm proud. I'm happy we're here.
I mean, I'm happy. I'm very grateful that I'm here on this podcast with you, talking about all of the things.
America, you don't know this, but Sara came over.
But you about
to. Sarah came over. It is today is Monday. Sarah came over Wednesday last week, and we proceeded to do this. Now, Sarah and I have not seen one another and like physically seen one another.
A very long
It's
time.
been years, right? Because of like COVID and life and love and everything else, right? So
pandemic.
yeah, we are still
Oh,
smack dab in the middle of a pandemic.
Seems like it was over.
I know. Listen, people are just walking around without masks on. You know, niggas got shorts on. People are just like ready for spring and summer already. You know, but we haven't seen each other, and then we saw each other, and boy, oh boy, the hits started coming, and they didn't stop coming for like 7 hours.
It was a very long time.
It was a very long time.
And I'm not complaining. Like I felt very, my soul was nourished very much so after the time that we spent on Wednesday.
Yes.
Maybe there was some champagne.
There was one bottle that was brought in. It was brought
and then
in
it was
here.
like the fucking gremlins of champagne, and like we poured water on a bottle and that shit multiplied by like
it was like 2 before we even knew it. It was like 2 more bottles.
It happens.
And we was like, damn, shorty, you know what I'm saying? And then we started recording the podcast, and then it just stopped. The recording just stopped. Like, I could not figure out what it was. It took us like 45 minutes, and then when I did,
yeah, you're like,
I was like, we're done. You know what? We're drunk.
We're listening to you, universe, but try again, because here we are now. So
here we are.
Also, it's, you know, I always say it's great when technology works.
And indeed.
And here we are. And it seems to be working, so
God bless. Ja bless. Ja bless. No,
Okay.
I think yours is working. Wait,
Okay.
you talk.
Hello?
Is it? Please tell me it. Do it. Say it. Say something.
Hello.
There we go.
Okay.
She's registering you.
Hello.
It's just not showing up. This technology is
It's okay.
It's really evasive.
It's okay. I mean, I always say technology is great when it works, and unfortunately we live in a world that's very dependent on technology.
And we live in a world that a lot of things aren't working right now. Okay?
A lot of things are
things are just really
okay, let's just jump into it.
Oh my
God. A lot of
God.
things are not working.
Yeah,
and
no, it's a real bummer.
But that is something, like, not to just jump into it, but I'm going to. I think that, you know, COVID has been a devastating to so many people on so many different levels.
Yes.
I also think that there are a lot of people that are now getting a glimpse into, like, the systems that were already broken.
Yes, 100%.
And are like, oh, wait, what? And, like, working
Yes.
from home and getting a decent, like, wage of, like, pay and, like, our fucked up medical system.
Yep.
It's like, I'm sorry. So I pay taxes and then
I pay health insurance, and then I have to fight my health insurance company when I get sick. I pay you money for when I get sick.
and then I have to pay more money to just get the basic care that I thought I was paying for?
It's insanity. It's the zinsanity of it all, the dehumanity of it all. At least we have each other in good wine, you know? Honestly, I just shout out to that.
Other things that COVID has made me, like, appreciative of like, good humans and good wine.
I love that.
Yeah, but I mean, again, like, I guess apparently now with, like, COVID's just fucking over. Like,
yeah,
there's, like, nothing on the news anymore.
Yeah, no.
Like,
No. I mean, people, like, funerals are still crazy, and
But,
people
like,
are still dying, and I mean, it's still spiking, and like,
it's
the
terrible.
variation is changing. Wait, before we get into all that, yo, damn it, welcome back.
Welcome back for, like, the 5th time. Here we are, we're doing it. Thanks.
2 outfits later. Welcome
Facts.
back. We're here. Hard R's. It's me, Asia. I'm your host of this wild menagerie. Welcome. Damn it, welcome. I have special guest. Just heart, love, soul, beauty, Sara.
Wow.
Sara Aldridge.
I should have recorded that and then just. Well, now it's recorded, and I'm just gonna play that part every morning as like my affirmation when I wake up. It's like love, beauty, and I'm like 6 a.m. I'm like, oh my god.
Yes. Yeah.
And then I'm gonna play that. And
I want that for you.
I'm gonna get up. I'm gonna go to the gym.
Yes,
I'm
absolutely.
gonna do it.
Yes,
so,
I love this. I'm so happy you're on the show.
Oh
Damn
my
it.
god! Thank you so much for having
Sara,
me.
damn it. Sara is a Detroit motherfucking staple, y'all. If you don't know who Sara is,
you're about to
fucking find out. Okay. You do all kinds of things. Not that like it even matters what we do or we don't do, but in my eyes, Sara is and has always been an inspiration, a beacon. I really look to Sara and have looked to Sara for a lot of like just like your ability to you're an artist, nigga. Like you are just an artist. Like you are an artist, and you are also like thank you, Lee, for this term, a conduit, a social conduit.
Lovely, by the way.
Okay. Shout out, Lee. Shout out to you for being on last week. That was so fun. We had so much fun.
Oh my God, I had so much fun. I did not get out of my. I was listening to the episode the other day. And I just sat in my car because I was like, I have like 12 more minutes, and I'm just gonna go ahead and sit in my car and finish this. Yeah. It was so good. It was so good. If you guys have not listened to the episode, honestly,
please do. Black Millennials.
Lee is amazing. Truly. Obviously, Asia is amazing, and it's so refreshing, like, to hear people that are not necessarily given the space in the city the way they should. I mean,
girl,
it's always like the same 7 people that get interviewed for everything, and like there's so many amazing creatives and so many different fields in the city, and like to hear a new perspective and to hear new voices that are, I think, much more relevant than a lot of the people that are given the space. To talk, it's so nice. I mean, that you've created this space to have those conversations and to really kind of engage these people, like from so many different backgrounds. Like, I don't know who Derek Collard is, but I told you the other day, I was like, Derek, if you're listening, I love you. I don't know you. Maybe I'll meet you one day.
Yes, we're gonna meet. We're all gonna meet. Yes, on 110%. We have dreams this spring and summer. I'm trying to do my conduit work and bring all of these magical people together as well.
We'll come over for a barbecue at my home.
Yes, it won't be slows. We will be making. We're gonna listen. Fuck slows. All right, I'm just gonna go ahead and say it out loud. Okay, because that's the title of this episode. Done. Check. Boom. Fuck slows. Okay, and if you love slows, I need you to re-examine your life. If you love slows and you live in Metro Detroit and you haven't been to Greg's Soul in the Hole or any other fine fucking nigger establishment around here, you don't know barbecue.
Parks barbecue. I don't even eat. I'm vegetarian.
You don't even eat.
I also was raised by a Southern father, so I did not also understand
the importance of it. And listen, if you look at me, zoom in, America, look at me.
Oh, I'm like zooming. I'm zooming, and I'm like, I'm in there.
If you think macaroni and cheese made by somebody, I can't even finish the statement. If you think macaroni and cheese made by somebody white is the epitome of fine barbecue experience, if you go to Slows religiously, like loving it, I'm disappointed. Like, I'm disappointed.
I mean, you're gonna need the fucking white bread. You need the white fucking bread.
You need
wrapped in fucking wax paper.
100%. Yes.
Like the sauce is like seeping.
It's like leaking out of the bottom. No. The bread is there to sop up the rest of the sauce, and they put the bread on top of the wax paper so that it doesn't automatically seep up the sauce.
If there's not like a 95-year-old black woman out in the back of the kitchen making. Mac and cheese. I'm gonna be a little skeptical. And so, God bless my mother, who is a white woman. She is Polish and Hungarian, and always took on cooking Christmas dinner.
Wow!
And she really took the challenge of making like the mac and cheese.
Wow, like the tradition. Okay, wow.
My mom
sounds like a writer.
Chitlins. My mom will get down on the chitlins. Like,
you're lying. No, I won't even make chitlins. I mean, that's disgusting.
No, my mom is like.
My mom makes chitlins?
My mom is like really down. Like she is down for the.
Bro.
She goes hard. I mean, she's like 5'2", pour some white skin, and like do not let her fool you.
I love that.
Yeah.
It's always the little ones that really like make me.
She's a feisty one.
Wow.
She's a feisty.
Okay,
one.
but see, she could make my macaroni and cheese, but like,
I mean,
Slows, no. And swinging it back around to Cutters. Not that Cutters is barbecue, but these Detroit staples, these restaurants and these places that are not gentried, okay? It's not gentrified. It is historical and literally perfect. I don't know. It's just okay. So
it's perfect, and it's like, again, as we see a lot of obviously gentrification happening in Detroit.
Oh yeah,
like,
it's been happening. I see you Patagonias.
Oh,
I see you down here with your dogs and you got your neon, your fucking shit on so we can see you.
Never have we had so many dog parks and bike lanes in Detroit.
Cass has more dog parks than homeless people. And I was like, when did that happen?
Like, your neighborhood is getting gentrified when there are fucking bike lanes being built. Sorry. I'm
gonna utilize them. I'm gonna ride them. I like riding my bike. But bike lanes it's bike lanes and parking. Like they did like the
like the little white like the are you talking?
It's like instead of it being like put your money in this machine.
Oh, like the fancy meters now?
It's like the fancy meters and the bike lane. And the bike lane has like the different like poles in it or whatever. So the streets are extra small. It's just and everybody's in there.
So I guess thanks like people for bike lanes and
dog parks.
Dog parks.
And slows.
Which no thank you.
Do you remember they pushed out Goodwills? And now there's fucking I know, bro. I know.
Fucking dressing. So before we recorded, you asked if is there a meal that you would murder for? It's that fucking dressing.
Yes, the pocket sandwiches with the dressing.
With the avocado.
Bro, the avocado. Oh my god.
Whoa. If you know, you know.
Yeah, no, it truly. R.I.P. RIP to
my God.
an American institution, honestly. And where are they? Where are those people? God, what happened? Where did you go, girl?
I actually heard that a little birdie told me. Okay. I don't know where I read it. Apparently there's a co-op, a Detroit food co-op that's coming into the city that is actually being run by some really amazing people that are within like the urban agriculture community in Detroit.
Right.
Amazing people. And apparently they're going to be looping in Goodwells when they open their co-op with ? I don't know the date, but we'll see if it's true. And I know.
I'm like,
how much money do I have to sign a member? And then how much extra money do I... If I could just have the recipe in the newsletter. That'd be cool. So, no, it is. There's just so many institutions that, like, if you don't know, you don't know. That's your problem.
Sarah,
but, like,
you're from the city, right?
I am from the city. I've been here most of my life. I'm an East Sider.
East Side?
I moved for a couple of years.
East Side's really changing up now these days. The East Side's really...
And I live in I live in the fancy East. I live in East English Village. I live in a very affluent neighborhood. We have a skate park now, which is great, honestly.
Wow! A skate park on the East Side?
Chandler
Wow!
Which is actually really great. And
no, it is. It's amazing. I'm just like, skate? Wow.
I know. It's pretty wild. And, like, I obviously am all for, like, safe green spaces for kids to get out and active.
Yes, live.
But yeah, I live in. We got in there at the right time because it is getting crazy. The houses,
niggas is just buying houses straight cash, nigga. White people are coming in like, this is nice. Oh, this is really nice, and just buying straight. When I say cash, I mean here's your money.
No, it took us so long. My husband and I to find a house, and we were like, we don't have $100,000. Like, I'm sorry, what?
Just available.
Hang on, let me just go get my duffel bag and I'll come buy this. Like,
yeah,
no, and like time. Obviously, like most Detroiters who have like, I think the median income of Detroit is like maybe 25. I think it's
literally
like $23,000. So
yes.
You know, let's create some affordable housing that actually is like within the price range of actual Detroiters that like can afford it, and not just like investors from LA that are going to come in and be like, I'm going to buy this house in East English Village, and then I'm going to let it sit for 3 years.
Yep.
which happened to the house that was next to ours.
Yep. Untouched, right? Like there's no.
I mean, it was untouched minus the fact that we're pretty sure a family of raccoons was living in there for multiple years.
They gotta live
but untouched as in like no one was like shoveling the snow. No one was.
Yeah, no, it's just.
I mean, I found like a kid like pissing in the backyard, which I'm like, just come to my knock on the door, dude. Like I'll let you.
I'll let you pee. You can pee back here.
I mean, it really became an issue, and like that's the thing. You want to buy the property, okay, cool, but like you do have to take care of it because like
people live here.
People actually live here, guys.
I live here.
Hi, my name's Sara, and I actually do live here, and people live here, and like. You know, it's like I think of like opening day when like everyone comes down to the city and it's like people vomiting on the sidewalk and like peeing and like litter.
Same for Red Wings game. Same for Red Wings.
And it's like, hey, you know, like I know you're down with the D, you know, like Tom from Roseville, but Caleb from Roseville. But like people do really live here.
Yeah.
And, like so just like don't fucking come here and piss on our sidewalks. If you could just maybe like go to Cutter's, tip well.
Okay, use their facilities and leave. Don't ask to go to the back room because it's none of your fucking business.
I'll meet you in the back room.
I mean, we can go to the back room.
I'm like, are you the dickhead that invested in the house next to me and have like not been doing anything for 3 years?
Meet me in the back room of Cutter. Meet me at Cutter's.
So, I mean, people do live in this city, and it is great to see that there is some good things happening, but I do get really frustrated when people are like, Detroit's coming back. I'm like, downtown Detroit's coming back. Have you been to Brightmoor?
Yeah.
Have you been to Morningside? Have you been to like Detroit's a really big city.
It is. Yo, I talk about that so much on this podcast because I don't think people really, if you're not living in the metro area or from here or you haven't been here, Detroit is humongous, right? Like it's really.
I forget that sometimes.
It's really from west side to east side to like it is humongous. Wait, let me do some computering here.
While you're
how many square miles is Detroit?
I do know this, and it's tucked somewhere in my brain that is just not wanting to be untucked right now. But like, there's even times when I'm driving from like
it is 142.9 square miles big.
Yeah. Like there are moments when I'm driving from the east side to the west side, it just keeps going and going, and you're like, and then you're like, I'm still in Detroit, and then you kind of like loop through Hamtramck, which is just conveniently situated directly in the middle
of it. Yes.
It's
so humongous, guys.
I've lived here most of my life, and I still get caught off guard sometimes when I'm like, still in Detroit. There's a lot of work that needs to be done on a lot of fronts, and like it is exciting to see some like, but like also there's just do we need 17 yoga studios?
No, the answer is no.
And
the answer is no.
Do we need the Ace Hotel boutique hotel?
No, we don't.
Like,
no, I don't need another creamery. I don't need another comic book shop. I would like.
Listen, no for me on the creamery. Hey guys, but we have like seven new gelato shops.
Like, it's gonna be a no on like your fancy trinket, whatever. It's gonna be a no on your like well-made Italian handbags. It's gonna be a no. Give me schools. What about a grocery shop in some of these food deserts?
I was like, I don't know, grocery stores.
Grocery stores would be legit. Give me some farmers markets. Give me some. Taking some people off the street and putting them in one of these millions of houses that are just sitting and giving people the opportunity to, I don't know, like fix the homes up, right? Because a lot of these houses, like I know my house, and I think your house as well. Like my house was built in 1940.
1929, our house was built.
Okay, so like you can put in work, right? Like as a younger couple to quote unquote fix the house up over time. This is how we like keep our neighborhoods and create community. But like
it's so expensive.
It's 100% expensive.
There is actually a really great business on our side of town. It's called the East Warren Tool Bank.
Okay.
And you pay a very minimal fee based off of your income, and you can go and rent tools to fix up your house, because that is like a huge barrier for a lot of people.
100%.
That like even let's see, I bought my house with my husband like 4 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And just the first year, like we were very lucky that we took out a little bit of additional money so that we could do some renovations.
Yeah.
It's so expensive.
It's crazy.
Like, I'm sorry, like the majority of the average median income of Detroiters is $23,000. You're not going to Home Depot and buying a $300 drill. To, like,
no.
It's so expensive. It's like you get the house and then you can't maintain it or repair it.
I wish that there were, and I want to see people housed, but I want to see people housed with, and I mean, critiquing the government here. Wouldn't it be great if we could take those tax dollars?
Wait, what?
What if we could take some of those tax dollars, right? And like, you get a house, and then like the government's like, man, you got a house. Here's some money, right? Because like, you're gonna be improving the infrastructure. You're gonna be improving the neighborhood. Here's some tax money. Here's some of your tax money back.
Well, I think especially for
black take care
people,
of this shit
because of redlining,
100%,
and keeping black people
100%
purposely
out of places. Yes.
Like when I think of like reparations, like those are the things that I think of like providing like black Americans the opportunity to get land.
Detroit is
land is like
that's the girl. She's the girl. It's the girl, honey.
Like,
and Detroit is the perfect breeding ground for that.
We'll be the guinea pig.
It really is. Detroit.
I'll be the so like, man,
hey, do it for me.
Yeah, I'll do it. No, maybe I'm not the best example, but
no, but I mean, like, but I think that people like you and me are, right? Because like, I know I never fucking expected to own a house. I never expected to fucking be a homeowner or like have any level of like stability. Like that was never in the cards for me. I was supposed to be dead, y'all. Yeah,
none of us really.
We didn't plan. I wasn't planning.
I'm like, I'd like to refinance and do a cash now. And they're like, okay. And I'm like, can I do that? What's the PMI? Like, this is also something of like having these educational opportunities for black and marginalized like communities to learn about this stuff so that they don't go to a bank and get fucked over and scammed because they're like, well, these people don't know anything about like interest rates and like,
and they'll get you. Those interest rates.
Oh, they will get you. Like all of this, like, I mean, like
student loans, everything else.
Credit scores, which I think is just a total joke.
It is. They were started in 1985 or something.
1989.
Is that what it was? 1989.
I was just reading that. I told my he was like, that's fucked up. 1989.
I was 3. I was 3 years
Thanks,
old.
Reagan and Bush. You've done it again. Fucking asshole.
Crushing it. Y'all crushed it. You crushed it.
Oh my god, I just said Ronald Reagan and my blood just started to like boil.
I'm listening to a podcast now about the Iran-Contra scandal, which had everything to do with Reagan, and he was supposed to be impeached for that shit because he allowed all kinds of fucking the Nicaragua and like the Nicaragua to oh my god, what is it? Yeah, Iran like pipeline and like just all kinds of real horrid, disgusting, illegal behavior. And everybody gawked Reagan's dick like he was just the. And this man actually, with that and then by the time it was time to actually investigate Reagan for these crimes, he was too old. He had Alzheimer's.
Investigate you when
he
you
had
go to hell, Ronald Reagan. That's why, honestly.
I'll see you in hell, Reagan. Truly. We're going to jump you. Don't worry. Everybody's jumping Ronald Reagan. Everybody get in. Everybody.
Mayfield, if there's a hell below, we all going to go. And I will see you there, Ronald Reagan. I'm like, I have a list of people, and it's like, the girl in second grade that was mean to me. Ronald Reagan. So, but no, there is actually, I think it's on Netflix. There was a really good documentary about the crack epidemic, and it obviously touches on Reagan. It's very sad, but it was very well done because it does touch on like his relationship with like other countries and like Colombia and Nicaragua and like, man,
the actual.
None of these people. I don't trust
No. I mean, y'all know how I feel very much about no politicians, no gods, no masters, no celebrities. I really don't have time for any of them.
No celebrities.
Maybe
John Mayer.
No, stop!
Sorry,
No, stop! Oh my God! Whoa!
I'm joking. That's an inside joke.
Wow, Sarah! Wow, you just took me right back to Wednesday, bitch. How dare you?
We're back.
How fucking dare you?
It's like we never
If you
left.
didn't know,
Okay.
John Mayer said that his dick is a white supremacist.
Your body is a wonderland,
and my dick is a white.
Dick is a white supremacist, which I don't know.
I think what he was getting at was that he won't fuck black women. Is what he was getting at.
I'm gonna say you're lying, John Mayer.
I don't believe it. I think that if you have to get on,
I think that sounds like a dare. I
want
live
a bet.
at.
It sounds like a challenge. Exactly. It sounds like.
Okay. I mean,
stop.
especially as you date Taylor Swift, you're maybe like, I want to switch this up.
John Mayer gives me that white man energy where he says things where he's going to submit to white femme supremacy for the sake of maintaining like white supremacy, but has a deep, like if you go into his porn search, it's definitely like roundandbrown.com. It's definitely like big black ebony booties. Like, yeah, it's definitely like there's definitely some fucked up shit there, John Mayer. And I think that you use white women to try to protect like your white maleness, but deep down you're on blacked.com. Which is
there's so much to unpack there. I agree. Also, I mean, guilty pleasure.
Okay.
Guilty.
As I also
pleasure
have been
is-
the black person who's been sought after by John Mayer. You know what I'm saying? Not literally.
He's
No.
like, hey girl, 2 tickets, come backstage. You're like, what?
He's like, we got.
He's like, your body is a wonderland. I'm like, thanks, John. Your dick is a white supremacist right here, so.
Guess we're gonna have a good time.
Time to pull that sheet off and unveil the truth. Okay, but like I do always admit, I'm like, again, my mom is white, and I have those moments where I like John Mayer.
I too love John Mayer. I grew up in White Lake.
I love listening to John Mayer around a bonfire.
Hey, listen, you get me turned up enough. I'm going to turn on Jason Mraz, and I'm not
Whoa.
with no.
I have to go. I have a life. Isn't he also vegan?
Who? Jason Mraz?
I'm not knocking. I'm vegetarian.
I was like, is he?
My sister's a black vegan. It's cool, guys.
I feel like he probably is. He also did that thing where he was like, I'm a two-spirit. And everybody was like, John, everybody was like,
no.
Yeah,
no.
Yeah, everybody was like, Jason, just sing the hits, okay? You've got the...
Yeah, the indigenous cultures are like, no, we are not claiming Jason Mraz. Not...
Mr. A to the Z?
Bro.
Girl.
He's probably really nice. But indigenous people like, no.
I'm saying no, honey. You are simply play the hits, okay? That's all. All I need celebrities to do is just play the hits. I need you to do the thing, act, show me the thing, act the role, dribble the ball. It's an action movie. Jump over a car, do a flip. It's a drama, make me cry.
To drive off of this bridge in a flaming vehicle.
I don't want
while shooting a gun.
I don't want any of like your politic. I truly don't care.
I don't actually know that much about him.
Oh my
God.
Oh, and no, not. This is in general for most celebrities. This is not just specifically him. No,
we're not.
Okay. No, not just you, Mr. A to the Z. I'd still fuck you. You know what I'm saying? Like you're cute. I like your songs.
It's probably nice.
I bet you probably put the pipe down. That song that you sang, Bella Luna, made me feel all kinds of feelings and still makes me feel feelings.
Really?
It's still like my nipples get hard when I think about it. So I know you're probably an amazing lover. But that's neither here nor there.
Well,
what if?
Hey, Jason Mraz, is your dick a white supremacist? The people want to know.
It can't be. It's got 3 spirits.
Oh yeah, he's like, I'm 3 spirits.
He's like, my dick is the 3rd
I was
spirit.
gonna say that. My dick has its own spirit. Rise up, baby. Good for him. I actually also can't think of one Jason Mraz song, so.
Oh my God, I'm thinking of 2 right now.
So when I go home tonight,
I'm just girls I Robert with my hands in my pocket.
Oh,
Waiting
okay,
for
I
my
do.
pocket to come.
I feel like he plays music that you hear in a dentist's office. this.
100%.
And I'm for, believe me, I'm all for this.
Yes, for sure.
I love.
It's very calm. It's very calming. He plays music that he would come to Pine Knob.
Oh.
And he would come to Pine Knob.
By the way, DTE is now
they went back to Pine Knob
because everyone calls it Pine Knob.
Nobody's calling it DTE, girl.
No one. Hudson's. It's not fucking Marshalls.
It has no. I've actually it's been Marshalls for me.
It's always been Hudson's.
I mean, wait. What was it before Hudson's? No, wait, no. There was Hudson's, and then there was another one.
Before there was Hudson's, there was.
No, it was Hudson's. No, Marshall Fields. What's Marshall Fields?
No, it was. So it was Hudson's, then I think it was Marshall Fields.
Because Marshall's is a different. Marshalls is a different store.
Sorry,
that Marshalls and TJ Maxx are sisters. That's we go get our candles and our
There's like a Trader Joe's Aldi thing happening.
100%. Okay. Yes. Marshall Fields was Hudson's. Hudson's is.
Let's just try to repackage the same classic. Hey guys, it's literally the exact same thing. We're just gonna put up a totally different sign.
Yeah.
Just because you name it something else doesn't mean
they did it with all the girls in the mall though. And the mall is now a very different place. Because I have a teenager, I find myself there often. I found myself there more often than I've wanted to, Sarah.
What mall?
We've been spending a lot of time at 12 Oaks Mall, the mall of my nightmares. It's the mall that I used to work at.
It's like
when I grew up around white people. I worked at Haagen-Dazs and Olga's Kitchen there.
Oh.
Also, I worked at Hollister. And
I was hot topic Oakland Mall.
Of course you were, bitch.
And what was the competition? Of course, no, literally.
Hot Topic, Journeys.
And
Did you? No, not Journeys.
No, Journeys was a
Hot Topic and Spencer's. Spencer.
No. I can't think of it. It will come to me. But I did work at Hot Topic my junior and senior year of high school. I love this for you. But it was kind of a good time because that's like when Wu-Tang was getting popular. So it was like everyone was coming to me like, "Where's the
Wu-Tang shit?"
All the white kids were like, "I love jizz," and I'm like, "Bro,
that's not."
I love the RZA. Do you guys have that puffer jacket? And I'm like,
this is a hot topic, honey.
Yeah, we did. We're like, also, buy this cool My Chemical Romance shirt.
100%.
No, but like,
you're gonna have to go to Macy's for a puffer jacket.
Yeah, you're gonna have to go.
Order.
You're gonna go to Marshall Fields.
Exactly.
So I did. Yeah. So I the mall to me is like not everything, but it's like so many things that I hate.
That's wrong.
About
it's
this
everything
country
wrong.
Where
it's everything wrong all together. And then they serve
capitalist. Yeah, I mean,
and
okay.
then like pretzels. I guess I can deal with that.
Maybe I'll have a glass of Chardonnay, the California pizza kitchen. Not Chardonnay, but I'm not okay. But it's like everything to me that I dislike about American culture, where it's just like consuming on so many insane levels, and like. I literally have to take like a Xanax to go to like 100%. Somerset where I'm like, oh my god, my computer's broke. I go to the fucking Apple store. Like that is hell on earth in and of itself.
Go to the Apple store at 12 Oaks Mall. Okay. It's a far less anxiety-inducing experience. I promise you, because that's why I was recently there. The malls are built to break. I think. Any person down.
You won.
It's the lights, it's the music, it's the people, it's the shuffle. The consumerism is ridiculous. The just imagining going and spending thousands of dollars in a mall is just like really wild to me. Like it's some other shit, and not even like. I understand that culture, a lot of black culture is like, run a rack, do the mall, spend it in the mall, do it in the mall. But let me tell you something. I grew up with a mom who loved going to the mall, like really rooted in that culture.
What
and like
did.
Right. And like I can't, like I cannot, I do not, I cannot. I don't find my style in a mall. I'm not styled by the mall.
Girl, this is why you do what I do.
Which we didn't even get into, but we will get into that. Y'all, like, And I think, yeah, with us being so close in, like our age,
the mall was like what
that's
you did,
what we did. So now it's like,
and it's so weird to see.
We're totally outside of that. Like, you don't shop at the fucking mall, bitch.
I couldn't.
Like, you don't shop at a mall.
I could honestly not tell you the last time I was in a mall,
like on purpose, like to get something.
Like I went to Kohl's, I think in April. My husband got a new job. I need to go buy like dress pants. So I was like, all right, I'll go. And I was just like, of course, I'm like, $12. I've now, during COVID, turned into a fucking senior citizen. Where I'm like, $12. I'll get you those pants for $2. Brand new. So now I'm officially like a 90. Person. I'm now a 90-year-old. But like, I
love this.
It's like, what you're buying like gross fast fashion that was made by like a 12-year-old that like got paid 7 cents to like be abused for your fucking lame ass fucking
what?
Your Basquiat sweatshirt where they stole the design from like Basquiat. Like I have a severe issue.
Yes.
With fast fashion and like it's on so many different levels of like the exploitation and the capitalism that is happening. And I guess that's probably like for me, I'm like, there's not really anything for me at maybe a Mrs. Fields cookie.
Okay, Mrs. Fields cookies are good. Yes.
A Cinnabon?
Yes, but those things are great.
But there is a Cinnabon trunk that goes to Belle Isle in the summer.
That's true. I saw that shit last year, bitch. I saw that shit last summer. I was like, y'all got Cinnabon out here?
Yeah, I gotta say, Charmaine. Is that because now it's like, it's oh no, we're stepping up.
100%. I have episodes of this podcast of me griping about the fact that it's state-owned and how bonk some shit is. But
I mean,
it's cool because like, thank you, Cinnabon. But also, where's the bathrooms?
Thank you, Cinnabon.
Where's the bathrooms? There's no bathrooms. There haven't been bathrooms on Belle Isle for 3 summers in a row.
Also, like
the bathhouse hasn't been open.
There's this whole thing where like you're supposed to pay when you go to Belle Isle.
I'm not paying.
I pay because I very much appreciate. Like I did it on my license. Yeah, me too. And every time you go, there's nobody in the little hut collecting money.
Well, no one's gonna regulate that. No.
Where I'm like,
Sarah, are you gonna stop and are you gonna look at a nigga named Tyrone and
you get to Tyrone. You get to go for free.
Are you gonna look at Tyrell and his bitch and be like,
no, you're free. It's like the DIA where I'm like, oh, you guys are from Detroit.
I would like to see exactly, but like
see you at Sunset Point.
Jen and Brad and them, they're like, we came down here from.
We're in the D.
We're in the D, and we heard Belle Isle was here. You're gonna pay $11. You should pay $11. If I have to pay $11 to go up to Kensington,
girl, I think a lot of Detroiters are really just sick of paying taxes to have this be like the playground of like Oakland County.
I'm sick of paying taxes and not only having the city corruptly overcharge Detroit citizens for taxes, which is what actually happened. I also am not seeing. I'm seeing. Yeah, our taxes fund Oakland.
Overcharge people for unemployment.
I'm seeing
the list goes on.
I'm seeing my money be spent on keeping the white people that come in here entertained, keeping them happy. I'm seeing my days on Belle Isle be cut short because the fucking Grand Prix or what the fuck ever went in a city that is the Motor City. There are actual indie drag. There are entire what is it called? The racetracks? Is it a track?
Oh,
y'all got tracks. You have tracks. It's Michigan.
Let's go to this park, this island.
You're gonna go
and disturb people that pay the taxes.
Girl,
I have access
to
the
free water. The access to water.
It's like fucking up the infrastructure.
We're gonna cut off your human rights.
The swans are mad. I'm always like the animals are mad.
Everybody's pissed.
Sorry, I'm like I'm gonna.
No, but truly,
yes. So upsetting, and like again, then like you litter, and it's like a Tigers game or Red Wings game where like a lot of the spaces in Detroit are being used as playgrounds and to appease people that don't even live here, and I'm like, well, hi, I'm a taxpayer. I
Yes.
went to Wayne State.
Yes.
I stayed in the city when
Yes.
everyone was moving out.
Yes.
I have continually invested in the city. I bought a house. I support so many things that are happening in the city. I'm trying to get people excited to come here, to stay here, to travel. Like, and then it's like, oh, by the way,
we're gonna go ahead and fuck you real hard.
You owe us another $1,500.
Yeah.
I'm like,
yeah.
what? I had to bring my own toilet paper to high school my senior year. They're like, hey, class of '98. DPS.
Seriously though, y'all.
And like that's the thing. It's like, what am I? I will pay the money. That's the thing. Like I'm always glad to invest if it's gonna help my community and people, kids in the neighborhood, and like having green spaces, which obviously like there's a severe lack of having safe green spaces like in the city for people. I will give you my money, but when I literally pay taxes, then I'm like, so
we're watching people.
So there's a new gelato.
Yet another creamery. Yet another creamery. One more creamery.
What? And like I'm like, I don't know, my money was going to like providing like grants and funding for like more Black businesses and like
or
like,
homes and home infrastructure
or education
and any of the things. Any of the things.
But I mean, we got bike lanes and we got some great creameries.
Oh my god, please! Oh my god.
What else? Yoga. We got yoga studios.
We have a nice new like restaurants, nice new fairs and wares. All the new foodies. Like, if you're a foodie, you can come on down here and get yourself a nice falafel or a nice. I'm just gonna go to Dearborn.
Okay,
thank you. Okay, so
it's literally like a 10-minute.
Oh my god!
Actually, go buy. I'm actually gonna just go buy Middle Eastern food from Middle Eastern
people, but that's neither here nor there. Whatever, it's fine. Let's move on to the next segment, Sarah, because we will literally just keep talking and talking and talking and talking.
I will talk about falafel
forever. Falafel for life.
Yeah, but the restaurant thing is like, okay, yeah.
I could go on for the restaurant thing, guys. Listen, I love eating out too, okay? But why did more restaurants open during COVID than like COVID testing centers? That was weird. That was weird.
You're in a Black city. You don't hire Black people at the front of the house.
Listen.
And like then you think like when George Floyd was murdered and like all these restaurants like putting out statements in Detroit and it's like they're like, we are devastated to hear what happened in Minnesota. And I'm like, you're just saying that so like you can continue to play like Biggie on your bar playlist 100%. And like it's like, what are you doing to actually invest in, like...
These Black Lives Matter ass fucking establishments.
Really?
Literally.
Putting Black Lives Matter in your bio and IG.
Putting it on your storefront is not enough. Putting it on a sign outside is not enough. It's never going to be enough.
They're like, we like Black people, but we're not going to hire any.
No. Or they're going to hire Black people, but the Black people are going to be, like, biracial. Or, like, and not biracial in the sense
girl,
of,
I get it. It's me.
Okay? Like,
I check those boxes.
It's ambiguous. It's like, you got to be ambiguous. You can't really be,
I have been
you are the token. And then, like, you get... And what sucks... I mean, there's so many things that suck about it, but, like, the exploitation is at the root of everything that these establishments are doing. So, people that think that they're coming in here and hiring niggas that look like Sara, and they're doing, and they're
like, is she Somalian? Is she Egyptian? You just hired me to check all the boxes, but you're also gonna have to pay me $2 more than what you're paying everybody else.
And also, like, where are niggas? Where are niggas here?
But it's
where are
they? Creating like safe spaces, and there's like some restaurants and like breweries in Detroit where like. It's also the culture that like does not feel safe for Black people to go to
my
or
thing
to work at.
My thing is,
sorry, like
I'm not gonna work at a Hopcat. I'm not gonna work at a. I'm not gonna work at.
You don't want to serve crack fries? Like I don't know. It could be like I don't.
Okay.
This is why that they need more creative.
Okay.
At the table, you are naming
things. Okay.
I'm sorry. Clearly, there was 0 black people at the table. We're like, hey, we're gonna open this brewery in Detroit, and we're gonna have crack fries.
It'll be great.
And they're like,
can't stop eating them. It's like crack. Get it?
Run with it. Run with crack fries in Detroit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be a hard no for me, dog.
Yeah,
to quote Randy Jackson, not me. Randy Jackson, is that right?
It is Randy Jackson.
Okay.
Yeah. From American Idol. I was gonna say America's Got Talent.
Idol, and I was like,
that's a movie.
That was Kevin Spacey, and that's a different. That's
a different story. Time. Yeah. Really, underneath all of the white people coming here and doing all the gentrifying is American Beauty. That's the suburban flight, from suburbia into the city. You know,
it's like so much of it is like optics, and it's like we'll just and so much. I mean, obviously, like we know a lot of what is going on is like so performative of like. We'll just say this thing so we're safe, so like we don't lose money because we need to make money, and like
what's
you
hilarious?
Don't give a fuck about the community.
You know what's hilarious to me
is
and, like, you wouldn't lose money if you said nothing at all,
or or just do it.
Right, but the thing is, what I've learned at this big age is that people aren't going to do it. People are going to spend more money saying that they're doing it without realizing that you're not going to lose your money because your base is not niggas. Your base is the white people that come here or the people that come into the city this is how people like Hopcats and these not just franchises, but the people with money can come into places like Detroit.
More affluent restaurants that we see popping up like
okay, they can 100% come into the city and know that they're going to be floated and supported because again, those of us with the $26,000 median income, we're not going for crack fries. We're not going for a cappuccino and a straw. Okay, we're going to work. Like we're not like we're literally going to work, guys.
I'm gonna go to my job so I can repair my roof on my house and buy food for my dog.
But they're safe in these neighborhoods because they're filling up with people that also have the black squares in their bios. Okay, they're filling up and they're serving they're servicing the individuals that are just like them.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I lived in Corktown for many years and would go to many bars and restaurants, some better than others. And like there were so many times that like I would walk into these spaces and people would be like staring at me and being like, I'm friends, like, we both have a lot of friends in, like, the service industry.
Yes.
And, like, I always like to go, obviously, to, like, the bars and restaurants.
Check them out,
that,
like,
say
hey.
See my friends, have a drink, whatever, especially when you live, like, on Michigan Avenue. You can just walk there.
Yeah.
And, like, but there were so many times when people would just literally look at me. There was one, I'm not even lying. I was at a restaurant, and the woman was like, I was sitting at the bar drinking a drink, and she was like, do you work here? And I was like, no, ma'am, I am not the help. I'm a patron. And like,
I'm physically drinking a drink right now. Like did you not see me order a drink?
Like, what are we doing here?
Wow,
We're like,
wow.
I mean, I could talk about this for days. And like, there are obviously like really great like restaurants and spaces in Detroit that are like, trying to do a lot, and like there's a really great initiative right now called Hospitality Included, which is like
shout out, I saw that. Yes, Thor Jones, we love you, Thor, and your baby, and Lacey, we love y'all niggas. Like Black excellence.
We need more of this, and like these are the people that we should be like
looking to and turning to
and giving money to.
Oh my God, I should have them on the podcast.
To like if there's an education I'm a former educator.
You are an educator. Not currently.
Knowledge is power, baby.
You are an educator currently.
But like these are the kinds of people where I'm like, why aren't we giving grants to them? Why are we giving grants to this like white girl that moved from fucking Joshua Tree
or from Cranbrook, then came over, or from we gotta love those trust fund babies from Farmington, from the greater parts.
I worked at CCS. I worked at CCS, baby.
Okay.
I just saw
you guys came in from Beverly Hills, Michigan. You guys came in from White Lake. We've got the ones in from and you're down here scruffing it and toughing it. In Detroit, you know? You know, you got your boots on and your complicated tank top. And like you're like in your
you got your Carhartt beanie that your friend embroidered for you.
I'm dead.
No, and like, you know, there's a space for all of that, but also can we literally just stop giving a lot of these people money, and please, like, the people that are like really about this city of like investing in like people like Thor that are doing amazing work, and there's like so many great people that are like doing great work in like urban agriculture, and like there's great artists and
a lot of them are black. So many are black. The majority, because we live in a black city, y'all. We're black. This isn't it.
And this is urban farming. I don't know. I'm gonna probably.
Are you familiar with Gabby, who is the Joy Project, off of King Street over like near Hamtramck?
Tell me more.
Shout out to you, Gabby. I'm gonna. I think their IG is Gabby Smooth.
Oh.
But I'll send you their shit. They're really, 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 really incredible.
Obviously, I believe people of color, specifically black people, something about farming.
One or two things.
I don't know. I'm just gonna say that maybe we should listen to black people.
Maybe we know a thing or two about hospitality.
What?
About creating experiences that niggas love. Perhaps maybe we are the mood. Have you heard that? Excuse me, Sarah. I don't know if you knew this.
Oh, wait, what?
But black people create entire universes.
I'm sorry, what?
From dining to dancing to art,
dancing
to urban agriculture, to guerrilla farming, to political radicalization.
I'm sorry. It sounds like what you're saying is that black people are intellectual and creative and resourceful.
It's crazy.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to sit with this one.
It's crazy. Please do.
Yeah.
You know who isn't?
Everybody likes to steal black culture.
You know who isn't? And we're gonna move into dumb bitch juice because it's literally we've been doing this podcast for 53 minutes.
It feels like 2
It
minutes.
doesn't really.
Honestly. Also, I have no concept of time. Like literally, like I know you say it all the time. Like
what is time?
What is
time? It doesn't even matter. It's not even real. You know who doesn't have the sauce? You know who's a real fucking dumb bitch? Woo!
My blood is
Sarah!
also starting to boil. Just like when I said Ronald Reagan.
Listen. I want to give a big hearty fuck you to Greg Abbott, governor of Texas.
Oh my God.
Not only.
I'll also see you in hell, Greg.
Oh my! I'll see you here, bitch. How about that? I'll catch you in El Paso. You know what I mean? Like, meet me in El Paso. Meet me in a weird back alley in El Paso. I just want to talk to you. I just have one or two things I want to say. Not only did this motherfucker do the thing past a law essentially that will hold parents and hospitals,
teachers,
schools, nurses, like in contempt. Like you can go directly to fucking jail because for affirming a child's gender. If you are participating in a child's trans journey, according to Greg Abbott, you are abusing that child. This is an act of child abuse. Police will be involved. Your business can be closed. Your hospitals, the whole shebang. So today, as of 4 hours ago, Texas Children's Hospital, the largest hospital in the state of Texas, had to halt gender-affirming therapies under Abbott's orders. From this article, I know it's.
I literally have like tears welling. It's like tears of sadness and like tears of just like
rage
and anger. Because literally, humans, we could be doing so much more.
Y'all,
with our time, like. There's that music. It's like
guys,
you could be on the beach with like
so many things.
You could be just sitting on the beach, hanging
Greg
out with
Abbott could be minding his business.
Like,
Greg Abbott could be minding his business.
As he should.
You know,
Like, who
white
the fuck are you?
white people
Who
could be
are
white men could be minding their business. Maybe taking care of like let's get some
themselves,
some
like,
critical race theory in these schools in Texas. Y'all niggas are so crazy homophobic in Texas. You are ragingly Republican in Texas. Let's focus on building communities not rooted in hate instead of shutting down life-saving surgeries and life-saving procedures. It's absolutely disgusting. It's
vile.
like I don't have like the language really.
I will say that, like, I mean, obviously Texas and like Florida, it's a hot
Sure,
mess.
listen,
There
yes,
are great people. Like, I have some really good friends.
I got pregnant in Florida.
Oh, whoop whoop, Florida.
Florida.
Boots with a fur,
Okay.
apple bottom jeans, people. You hear it?
Yeah.
So there's that.
Yes.
But honestly, like, I just, I understand the system that exists in this world, but I also sometimes I'm like, you literally wake up and you're like, you know what I'm gonna do today? I'm gonna try to remove all agency from all trans people. Like,
ruin lives.
I'm
gonna ruin lives. I'm gonna ruin
nothing
families.
better to do in this world. There are people starving. There are babies dying. There are people that
Texas. It's Texas, girl. That's enough. Texas alone is enough. Where I'm like, we have work to do here. It's Texas.
Humans.
According to this article from thehill.com, let's see. This step was taken to safeguard our healthcare professionals and impacted families from potential criminal legal ramifications.
Because healthcare professionals haven't already had a rough.
All right, they're already stressed out.
They're like, fuck you.
Listen. Texas is all. Listen, healthcare professionals have had to deal with COVID, have had to deal with the milk crate challenge, have had to deal with. Because let's actually. I don't mean to take it to the left, but do you just? I know. I remember one of my friends who's a nurse talking to me and being like, it's enough to make you smoke. I talked to this
real
bitch.
life earth angels, nurses.
I talked to this bitch on the phone, and she said, just when I thought COVID was gonna be that girl to send me over the edge, I received my first milk crate challenge patient on top of COVID. So somebody got rolled into the hospital and then had to explain to our medical professional team that they were challenged.
Doing some breathing exercises right now.
Meanwhile, here I am in like essentially a hazmat suit. I haven't slept. I'm disgusting. I have like. So I'm like, so do you have COVID or not? And they're like, no, but my back broke because I did the
I thought it would be really cool to like put this thing in. Like,
okay.
How the fuck? I mean, I know how. I think about this almost every day. Like, we now have access to the most amount of information we've ever had. Like,
yes.
I am a child that grew
Sarah,
up.
yes.
I lived in a world where no internet. Not to date myself. I lived in a world before
the internet.
I know all about the decimal system.
100%. When you have to go to the library and like look things up.
The more information we get, the dumber we fucking get. And humans, what are we doing? What are we doing?
I just want to look really specifically at American humans because it is torrential here. I really
Asia.
I
am married to an immigrant.
Yes.
My sister is married to an immigrant. I often have to have moments where I'm like, I'm really sorry. And like, I'm a black woman living in America, and I'm like, I'm sorry.
I'm really sorry to be an American.
I'm kind of embarrassed.
I'm very embarrassed. I'm regularly embarrassed to be an American.
I'm like, I'm really. I'm sorry.
Dead ass though. No,
it's not. It's like it's. I mean, it is.
Guys,
it is me because
is it me?
It's me. It's me. Like I am an American and like I do pay taxes to like fund fucking wars and like I mean all of these terrible fucking things that our tax money goes to that really I don't have too much of a say, but there is a like I'm doing my best to
Yes.
be like,
Oh no, we can only look. Black American women are the backbone of this country, and have saved y'all niggas. Have literally saved you so many times. At this point, like I'm ready to really let you go. Like I'm ready to like let go and let God because
there's
like
a really
truly
big breakup coming.
like
Actually, it is you. It's not like it's me. It's gonna be like listen, the last every election.
Every single one since we were able to literally legally begin voting, which was the last. We were the last ones.
You're trying to box black people out from voting, and now you're like, we're gonna need you guys to vote because you're the only way we can win this.
I'm truly.
We're really sorry for everything
I'm honestly done. Okay. Listen, niggas are done. I can't imagine being a nigga healthcare professional as we were talking about. Can you imagine being a black healthcare professional and watching somebody black get wheeled in for, again, the fucking milk crate challenge? So, back to Greg Abbott.
Yeah, they're like, how's your day going? And you're like, you're a dumbass.
I'm literally...
How do you think it's going? Shithead.
Anyway, Greg Abbott, fuck you. Fuck you forever. This is disgusting.
It is.
My heart goes out so much to families who are literally it's the logic behind this law makes no sense. What Greg Abbott is doing is actually child abuse.
Yes.
Pulling agency away from any individual is abusive. It is a form of abuse. Telling children, especially, that they do not know who they are or what what body they'd like to grow into is abuse. And the way that white supremacy works is that it performs abuse while calling the right things abusive, right? Like the entire country has been set up on these principles that everything that this country does is correct and right and good and number one, while shit like this, politicians like this, people like this are literally stripping away our ability to live. My heart goes out to Texas. My heart goes out to the families who are suffering.
Is he married? Because my heart goes out to the fucking loser that married
him. I mean,
him.
I'm sure he is. You know, like politicians like these aren't able to become politicians without being part of this like heteronormative power couple.
Gay. We know.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Look at this nigga's fucking. Look at this nigga. This nigga look like he does a Gawk 5000. This nigga look like he does crack cocaine and is like deep in the back room of Cutters. That's what this nigga looks like. He has. He look like his booty. Listen, this nigga is. First of all, this nigga would go to Cutters. This nigga is a white boosie for all intents and purposes. Okay, because I don't know why anybody else. I don't know anybody but a closeted gay nigga that hates gay people and hates trans people so much that you literally, it's you, girl, nigga. It's you. Okay, it's you. Greg.
Just like, Greg. I don't know. Like,
Greg.
I'm like,
Greg.
I just can't imagine being that human that like wakes up in the morning and is like,
what
am I gonna do today?
You're a human that hates yourself, so you spew the hate to other people.
And I see that I feel like
this nigga look like. Please touch my booty hole, please.
No,
somebody, please.
No, thank you.
Anybody.
Your body is not a wonder.
If Greg Abbott was really about it, he could pay a fine sex worker. He could pay somebody a living wage to do all kinds of nasty, freaky shit, just like Boosie could too. No, but guess what?
Like miserable people that want to fucking. It's like it really comes. As cliche as it sounds, it's like misery loves company.
Truly,
these are people that are like so fucking miserable in their own life, and like these laws that people like this dickhead are trying to like put in place are so devastating. I'm so like it's already hard, and like obviously I haven't been a kid for a very long time, but like it's so hard to be a kid, and now it's like finding these safe spaces and being a parent. Like these are reasons like I'm never having a kid.
It's a lot, y'all.
I would go to
It's a lot, y'all.
I would go to a meeting at a school, and the wrong parent would say something about being anti-trans, and I would literally be in jail like 7 seconds later, because like. Absolutely not. There are other things we can be doing with our time and our money And, like, because you fucking couldn't go to fucking therapy and get your shit straight, now you're gonna, like, drag other people down to join you in your, like, sad-ass existence. Like, no, thank you. And it's just so heartbreaking. It's like, I mean, taking agency away, like...
I mean, I can't help but think of, and this is dark and morbid, and I'm taking a quick left here, but, like, kids are gonna die from this.
I literally was thinking...
You're killing kids, nigga. Like, kids are going to die, and if it's not, like, suicide, CW, if it's not that, it's going to be the repercussions, anxiety, the stress. Can you imagine finding out? Can you imagine in the middle of your gender affirming journey being cut the fuck off and told that what you're experiencing is the gaslighting, the type of, like, psychological trauma, the emotional, the physical trauma? This is going to impact these kids, like, for the rest of their lives. And this nigga don't give a fuck.
And parents that are actually standing up for their kids
don't give a
having
fuck.
To bear the weight of, like, having to see
I don't want to say this. Fuck you assholes that are trying to tell these parents, just move then. No, if Texas isn't, just move. Just get up and move.
But that's always everybody. Like, it's like...
What?
Obviously it's not the same thing, but it's that, like, whole, like, we'll go back to Africa. And I'm like, you guys, median income is $23,000. Shit's expensive.
Also, what is my black ass gonna do in Africa? What am I gonna do there?
Fucking move. How about you? Like, when people, like, when Trump won, and people like, we're moving to Canada, I was like, I'm not fucking going anywhere. You fucking move. I'm not going to Canada. I love Toronto. It's really cool.
It is. It's beautiful.
But, like,
It's chains.
Why should I go anywhere? Why should I go anywhere? I mean, now I'm like, okay.
Maybe we should go somewhere.
Now my husband's naturalized, and it's a little bit easier for me to be like, we gotta go. But, like, why should I fucking... You don't like it, why don't you fucking go?
Exactly.
You're not... Also, you are aware, sir, you're not from... Are you... I'm pretty sure fucking Todd from Walmart, you're not from... You are not indigenous, sir?
No.
Drinking...
No.
Listening to Kid Rock. Why don't you fucking leave? You are a guest. You're a guest here.
Like, so, and that is guest is really, you are...
God bless indigenous people for being so kind and loving. And just,
I mean, listen, indigenous people are kind and loving because they were murdered into, like, into nothing, right? Like, into, not nothing, please, I don't mean nothing. But, like, when the entire population of your people
is being disseminated,
is reduced to,
germ warfare,
like,
fucking,
and then you're put into, like, camps, essentially, right?
Stealing
like,
culture.
You're literally, like, put into, like, specific camps. Like, peace is... We were talking about this earlier. I can fully understand wanting peace to be your primary goal after you have experienced nothing but, like, the violence of niggas like Greg Abbott and his predecessors, the violence of people like This is just colonizer behavior. It's disgusting. I'm disgusted. And I'm tired, and fuck you, Greg Abbott, forever.
Fuck you.
Truly.
Like, truly. A million times over.
I will see you in El Paso. And if I don't see you there, I'll see you in hell. Okay?
So it's you, Ronald Reagan, and the girl that fucked me in the 3rd grade that said I was adopted because I had a white mom. I'll see you all there. No, but can I actually, as maybe a segue of, like, talking about indigenous cultures and them just their culture being
eradicated.
I'm gonna tap in for a moment to what's happening in Ukraine and Russia. And there.
Yes, let's get into it.
Like a couple of levels, and I want to say that, like, there were people like Okay, first of all, I should maybe give.
Let's give a little bit of backstory.
Okay.
I'm like, Sarah's not just like some, like...
Okay. So, I am married to a Ukrainian immigrant who left Ukraine in 2014 because Russia was invading Crimea.
Yes.
The same way they are now.
Invading.
So I have a very personal and nuanced perspective on what is happening as a Black woman also, because believe me, I got your DMs about the anti-Blackness and racism on the trains. I get it. Like, and we're going to talk about it. But like, there were like all these memes being like, we've never seen a people fighting so hard, and I'm down. Honestly, like there are like people like Ukrainians with like a
Molotov cocktails, smoking
dangling out
cigarettes,
their mouths, moving like
100%.
landmines, and I'm like, I'm here for this energy.
I've also seen niggas do that shit though here in Detroit. I feel like I've seen niggas dangling Marlboros or dangling fucking Newports and fucking. Anyway, I'm sorry. Same energy.
No, but like you're like, we've never seen people fighting for their land so hard. I'm like, I don't know. Have you guys ever heard of Native Americans?
Indigenous folks, anybody, any of this.
I'm down for that. And that's what I'm here for all of like the working class to like be
100%.
Fighting for fucking what is
100%.
theirs. Like that.
Proletariat forever.
I'm fucking for this 100. Like I no 89-year-old grandma should be like making Molotov cocktails like to like
shout out to her though.
But like I'm here for that energy.
Yes.
So shout out. So I'm married to a Ukrainian immigrant that came to the United States in 2014. So I obviously have a very personal
yes, you do.
Connection and a very weird, nuanced view of what's happening because again, like I understand there is a lot of like
with family. He has family.
So his mom is here. His dad is still in Ukraine, and like so we're watching, day by day. We're like seeing. We're getting pictures from his friends being like, hey, here I am sitting by like my apartment wall with like a gun ready to like go. And like, hey, we're making, bombs and shit. It's out of beer bottles that we, have in our house. So like, there's a very fucked up personal connection to everything that is happening. And I'm also an American. And again, once again, I'm embarrassed to be American.
We know. What do we know?
But like, I think it's as war is obviously very complex and it's very nuanced, and like to tap in for a moment to like the anti-blackness and like racism that people are seeing on social media, which I will say it's very weird to be watching a war via the like social media,
like
Instagram, like it's Twitter. So fucking bizarre. So there's that, but like I was actually really taken aback when people were like, oh my god, there's racism. There is racism happening in Europe. Okay,
during a war, can you imagine the?
But like racism in Europe.
Guys,
they wrote the book.
Guys, Europe. Hey, real quick. Hey, we're gonna pull over right here. Sarah, I'm gonna pull over right here. Let's just pull over. If you didn't know, and no, I'm literally not even trying to shade you right now. This is an educational moment. We learn from this. Tyra Banks told us to learn from this.
Oh shit.
Okay. Learn from this. Europe created modern day anti-blackness. Without Europe and Spain, without both of them coming together as a superpower to colonize, right? Okay, to colonize, there would not be anti-blackness. Okay, but Europe is That's the girl. That's one of the three in like the Neapolitan ice cream. That's one of the three that really got this shit Sunday started. Okay, so no shade. If you did, Americans have a lot of history that we are not privy to because we were indoctrinated with a lot of propaganda. So when Americans actually realize that we're the youngest like state, nation,
like we're a
nation state.
Like nothing.
I think about America. Imagine a fancy dinner at a beautiful restaurant, and you've got stop. No, somewhere beautiful, right? Somewhere in Detroit that like is black owned. Okay, everybody, all the nations, fine cutters, right? All the nation states are coming in. Okay, we've got like. Russia. We've got Africa rolling in here. We've got we've got South America. We got Spain. America. Everyone would have a seat. This is literally what I imagine. Everyone would have a seat. There'd be like some mumbling. Everyone is dressed appropriately because everybody read the email. Everybody knows what we're doing here. Everybody knows. And then America comes into the restaurant.
And they're wearing like a Kid Rock sweatshirt.
And like I imagine a baby in a Kid Rock sweatshirt with a cowboy hat on. And now they just got done yelling at everybody in the kitchen. The people in the kitchen are like, "Who is this? Like, who is this?"
And they're gonna tip you 2% on the bill.
And America's gonna be like, "You know what sucks? Being a princess and being told no.
I don't know why anybody doesn't want to work.
I don't know why you guys don't want to eat what I want to eat.
For sure.
I want hot dogs and ketchup. And the rest of that's America.
Hot dogs are very American.
That's America.
It is.
This country is not old.
It's not old.
The principles, the Constitution, this shit is not ancient. This is not old, y'all.
It's like you do American history, and I'm putting that in air quotes because obviously we know that the American history that like most people are taught or know is a bunch of fucking bullshit. And like I talk to my husband about this, he's like,
right, yeah,
he's like,
yes.
yeah, he's like, my concept, like they don't teach like there's no black, like there's no
right, because like you're in Ukraine though.
He's
like, in Ukraine,
bro.
bro.
I'm like, you ever heard of like the Tuskegee Airmen or like
no? He's like
what? And he's like, oh my god. He's like, bless you for like telling me like there are obviously like so many amazing parts of like Black history. He's like, no, it was like slavery happened. And like that's it. And he's like,
yes.
He's like, I don't like. There are still moments of like, have you ever heard of? He's like, I don't know what the fuck that is. And I'm
but
like,
it's like your husband is not trying to be racist.
No.
Right? Like your husband isn't blocking Africans off of trains. Like for here, you know?
I
like
think really there is something in my husband, so I'm like, he may have been a black man in another life. There's some shit sometimes he says and does shit, and I'm like, I see you, you know? But like people being surprised that like racism exists in Europe is really bizarre. I find like it's very bizarre, and I feel like getting mad at or like I people were sharing it with me that like Black people were being it's devastating,
right? And like thank you for sharing it with me, but also like I'm not surprised as a Black person. No. That this is happening.
I'm surprised that people were surprised. I also thought it was really funny when I was getting those videos. I was getting them from a lot of people, Black people, white people. I was very surprised when fucking white people wanted to creep into my DMs like, did you see this? God. And I was like, I'm sorry, Tammy. Now all of a sudden you give a fuck about Nigerians at the Ukrainian border? And like you're literally the next day going to school being like, fuck critical race theory, and like I'm gonna sign this waiver so my kid doesn't have to literally partake in Black History Month. And so like
literally y'all.
I don't know,
what is the truth?
Pick your
what
battles.
Is the truth? What is the no? I want to know what is the truth.
I mean, it is obviously like seeing that is very devastating, and like guess what? Hey guys, newsflash, racism and anti-Blackness does not have any borders, and it does exist in Ukraine.
It's global. It's global. It's everywhere.
But like,
why do you think? If y'all really, this is the tea. This is the hot tea. If you really were up on your Black history for real, you would read. And know that even the most astute Black Americans struggle with anti-Blackness globally. We can't go nowhere.
I think
we can't go nowhere. Like when I read not Asada Shakur, but when I was reading like James Baldwin, and James Baldwin being called like a nigger in Paris, and like not on some Jay-Z fucking Kanye shit.
I mean, great song.
When I'm reading, yes, okay, I'm like, it's okay. Oh my god, the old day. But like Black Americans or Black people across the diaspora are dealing with this anti-Blackness because the anti-Blackness is at the core of colonization, which is the disease that's like.
And I think it's like it's obviously like it's such a fucking tool of like the oppressor. Where I was like, one, like again, I'm not condoning.
It maintains hierarchy.
Yes, and I'm like not condoning any of the behavior that like is being seen at like the borders of Ukraine, and like I've read so much, so I'm like, I don't know, like I want every perspective that I can have. And like, there's some that it's like, oh yeah, like the Nigerian students, like there was a student that's like, our embassy told us to fucking stay here. Yeah, and like which is really scary and a whole different
a different
conversation. But
yes.
like, there's also this like, I don't know, like also most of these people that are like fleeing for their lives are like working class people, and I really sometimes think that like, oh, here's another tool to like divide us, because like fucking people in power know that if working class people got their shit together
truly, deeply,
and organized the right way, like
deeply,
y'all would not have jobs. You would be working for fucking us.
yes,
And like, again, like it's very upsetting to see, and obviously it's something that I'm unpacking on like so many different levels. Again, of being married to a Ukrainian, and like this being so like deep and like heavy and personal on ways that like I am very privileged as an American that like there are wars that like I deal with, but like I'm not watching on fucking Instagram and being like, oh shit, there goes my neighborhood's being bombed.
Right,
like, there's my third grade like it's fucked up. But like I just it's like I also am like, you don't get to just like fucking pick it. I don't know, I guess you can pick and choose like when you give a fuck. And I find it really fucking funny that specifically from like white Americans that were pointing out like, you give a fuck about Nigerians. Meanwhile, I'm like, nice fucking blood diamond, Becky.
Truly.
Like,
you scoffed at like the homeless black person like 2 blocks up from you. You did mutual aid one time and you felt like that was like the fucking jazz. You went to one Black Lives Matter protest last summer
for the pick,
and you really feel like, people, it's incredibly privileged to choose what you care about.
And I don't absolutely.
I'm sorry. I
agree with that 100%. And like, I'm not trying to like deter people, specifically like white people, from like being involved in like activism and like
care. But what is your care rooted in?
It doesn't always have to be a fucking Instagram post. Like great, you read White Fragility. Congratulations.
That's still a white book written for white people to consume. Yeah, what niggas have been telling you.
A white woman made a bunch of money teaching people about racism. It's like, I don't know, why don't you play black people?
You could just listen. You could just listen to the black person that you know. But no, America has a lot of, and American liberalism is rooted in so much. The lighter. Here you go. It's rooted in so much selfishness, and I think as much as devastating as COVID is, it has shown me 1,000,000,000% who the fuck I keep in my fucking circles and who I don't. And the type of energy that I keep around me and the energy that I don't. Moving into the topic of the day! Bum, 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 bum.
I swear to God, you guys, that was not planned. That was not planned. Holy shit, that's my synergy. Something's happening here. This is exactly why the fucking equipment did not want to work.
It's gonna literally
and then at the end of this, we just spontaneously.
Oh my God, we literally. Oh, I've always wanted to have smoke bombs. At the end of conversations when I'm like done talking, and then just like boom, and then just done.
I definitely believe there's. I DJed some parties at the old Miami where I probably been like, I'm just gonna set this up on my side. They're like, man, you can't do that. And
you're like, here we go.
But I'm gonna. I'll see you guys next month.
Yeah, no.
What's our topic of the day?
Listen, we're gonna talk about gatekeeping energy. We're gonna talk about.
Oh boy. Let's do it.
We're gonna talk about the greater Metro Detroit scene, and what I love about our relationships there and your relationships in life is that you do truly like being married to a Ukrainian nigga is wild because I need liberals to understand that everything is connected. Okay, like
oh my God,
everything, guys. Like your relationships, like your husband, and then like. Dairy, like the black friend, and like different. But
DM me for that story.
But listen, like people, we are connected by so much, and it really is rooted in a lot of the things that
it's really
distance us.
We all hate Ronald Reagan. And Gregory Abbott.
Yes, 100%. Yes, so, no, but like no people. I want people to understand that. Metro Detroit really is a beautiful playground.
Oh my God, I love this city so much.
It's an opportunity. There's so much opportunity here. It's I don't want to say playground because I hate when white people are like it's
I mean,
a playground.
It is for some people.
Yes, I see this as a mecca of revolutionary hope.
Oh my god!
Like the potential here is great, and there's so much ball busting fucking gatekeeping happening here. There's so much oppressive shit here that is very similar in energy to the oppressive systems that keep us all down. And I just want us to examine it. I want us to talk about I want Sara really to talk about Sarah's experiences in navigating these spaces because guys, like, this shit really is very deeply all connected. From asking yourself what's important, like why you care about Ukraine and Nigerians for the first time while living in Metro, while living in
there's actually a lot of Ukrainians actually living in Detroit. Believe me, I've been going to some rallies, and I'm like, I don't know. Even like my Ukrainian friends, like I didn't even know there were this many Ukrainians in Michigan. So good on y'all for like coming out and showing up.
Sure,
and I wish everyone would do that, like within everywhere, but like within like their own cultures and like the spaces that they feel safe for. Because like if that was the
and
way,
not for Instagram pictures.
Thank you.
Not for likes.
That's my shit.
I haven't seen anybody at the Ukrainian protests all blowing up Instagram like the Black Lives Matter protest. But Black Lives Matter protest.
You should see my feed.
Black Lives Matter.
Different space. Different world, y'all. I hang out.
No, but you're also hanging out with Ukrainians. So I mean, you're not hanging out. It's not like your feed is all right. It's not like summertime. We just went to the creamery and we got our Black Lives Matter t-shirt. We got a gelato. We stopped in and we're marching on cast now. Black Lives Matter.
Yeah. No. Yeah, it is.
It's like a different. Like also, I have never seen white people march in the wintertime for Black Lives Matter.
It's too cold.
It's a different energy. Yeah. It's only Ukrainians and Eastern Europeans are coming out in force.
Wild.
I mean, geographically.
I will say that, like, I mean, obviously there are shitheads everywhere.
Listen,
and
but yo, I love Eastern Europeans.
There are.
They love us.
Yeah,
they love us too.
Yeah,
Berlin.
Hi. I went to Berlin and I was like, let me just rep this city. No, there are shitheads everywhere. I will say really quickly that, like, when everyone was marching, when George Floyd was murdered, so many of our Ukrainian friends were like, what the fuck? This is like not okay. And like some of them like way harder than like what we thought were like our friends and allies in like the US, where we're like, oh, okay, well this is also, I will say that we hang out with a really bizarre group.
I mean,
we pretty much only hang out with Ukrainians that are married to Black people.
Yeah, no, I mean it's
a thing, you guys. This could be a whole
other separate podcast.
This is a separate podcast, but they are out there.
I love it. Yes, and I love that. Yeah.
A Black man is the reason my husband actually came to America. So thank you, Darius Williams.
So somebody not gatekeeping the city, somebody not gatekeeping, like, the culture. And look, Black people, their shit is black. Okay, there are things that are blickety black. And I'm gonna tell you, and I'm gonna tell you no. Okay, but
people, and I've experienced this very deeply, very publicly. Of like
fuck each and every one of you, by the way. I still see you. I still know you.
How white people come into the city and they're like using Black spaces and
100.
Black people to commodify and to make profits off of, and to be like, we really give a fuck about you until we don't, and then bye, on to the next. And like
it's trash.
It is trash.
It's actual
and like
trash.
Like that's you're not down, and like I am very hopeful that the people that are doing this the truth will come out, and like people that are running bars that are hiring like DJs or art galleries that are like, well, we have this show and we featured Black artists. It's like, yeah, and then you turn around and you're like talking shit about these people and putting a paycheck in your pocket.
Yes.
And I know this
Yes.
because I've worked for many companies that have done this shit. I've been dragged through the mud for...
Sure were.
I've been dragged through the mud because I fought to be paid what I should be paid. And then they're going to try to flip the narrative and try to make me out like I'm the fucking, like, I'm the issue.
Right.
And, like, man, there's...
While they're, like, doing... Listen,
selling buildings, getting multi-million dollars for building.
Listen.
We're so fucking broke. We're going to open bars. We're going to fucking exploit more Black people and line our pockets more.
Yes.
And, like, man,
that's so much of the...
But like, there's so much of that going on, and whether it's in like the art community or the service industry,
yes.
There's just like so many people.
It's in these communities, especially that are I don't want to say mom and pop, but it's like
we're a small business.
Not a
fucking small business.
We're a small business. We're a small business, and really, it's like, but art, like you're not a small business. You came from.
Romeo.
Okay, or Farmington Hills.
Romeo.
Or whatever.
You all know.
You know. You came from Romeo. Some money was in your pocket already.
Your dad was the mayor of Romeo.
You did what you needed
Romeo? Isn't that where Kid Rock is also from?
I believe so. I think actually that is 100% correct. So y'all are coming from really one of my first episodes, Whimsical White Whites, is really all about this. It's exclusively about this. Y'all niggas coming from these outside places. You got money. You got
your dad's money. Actually.
You got right, exactly. You like it's not your money because you're still like young, right? Like for all intents and purposes, you come in, you insulate, the Detroit art scene or the Detroit food service scene, the Detroit music scene, or the Detroit, or even the Detroit housing, or the Detroit housing scene. Because a lot of y'all are doing real estate. A lot of y'all are getting fucking licenses.
Oh yeah,
and you don't know the fucking difference between.
Like, Black Lives Matter. I'm gonna sell this house for $300,000.
Black Lives Matter, but you're like literally, you only take niggas to a certain like property line, and then you don't take niggas outside of that.
Or you're actively.
Or you do not. You don't participate in having niggas.
Or you're actively like playing into like the gentrification of the city, being like, but Black Lives Matter. It's like, okay, well, I can't pay my rent because of you now. So if you could just like stop selling these houses
for like $500,000, that would be great.
Because this house literally like several years ago was like $10,000.
Yeah.
And like I mean, there needs to be, and I don't know what the right answer is, and I'm always proactive and like down to like figure it out, but like there need to be these like in one of the blackest cities in America, why are we like counting on like white art gallery owners to like show our art and then like profiting off of it and talking shit behind our back? Or like, why are we counting on like white restaurant owners? And like, again, I know that it's like because of the system that has been built for centuries in this country, but like, how do we as, a collective like help each other, where it's like, like how do we start making safe spaces and getting money, which obviously plays a huge part in it, of like getting money to be like supporting and creating safe spaces for people to like make art or food or garden or like whatever it is, or like black real estate, like more black real estate like agents where it's like, here's the deal, and like really advocating for us, and like we need to be advocating for ourselves, and like that's something that I think is like really important to me, and something I've spent many years in the city of like advocating for like female DJs, and like, cause God, like I know. I listen.
I can only imagine.
Problematic like Hattie, girl, I feel you. I've listened to this shit. I feel
you. Yes. Year over year.
Been there, done that, and like, I don't know what the answer is. I have ideas, and
I think that's the answer, is having ideas and actually having.
If someone wants to just take my idea and do it,
like, or like taking, but to me, it's not. We are not the problem. The problem is the
system.
and not. It's not just the system. It's those right above us, right? Like, to me, really shitting on and pushing towards shitting on these politicians, like really making their lives uncomfortable, like really my job is to I'm gonna pull a Greg Abbott, and I'm gonna wake up in the morning and make sure that you
I'm gonna pull a reverse Greg.
that you're having the worst day of your life. And people that are in higher intersections of privilege need to be doing this work, right? Like, you're the ones that have the flexibility and like the income and like the resources to do this work. You can send emails every day. You can if y'all can get together and do a parent teacher conference, you can get together and fucking write a highly worded email or march on the outside of wherever. People need to be coming together, like the working class and the middle and because there is no middle class, working class and like upper class. We need to stop like this class separation and like get people together.
And like I mean honestly, there are like so many tools that are like trying to like divide people.
And, 100%.
Believe me, I'm not like a race. We're gonna end racism because that's never gonna end. Like I am a realist.
Yes,
but like
yes.
there are ways like as a community, and like this is why like not to bring it back. Like I'm gonna go back really quickly to like the war that's happening of like why Russia is like not allowing, like they got rid of like their last independent they got rid of like their last independent TV station, and now they're not allowed to have like access to like Ukraine? Facebook and like no, this is in Russia because they are so fucking brainwashed by propaganda that like basically like Putin is upset that people are understanding that like it's actually a real war and like people are dying and like the fucking like what he's trying to do now is actually not what they were told. And like so now he's trying to prohibit people to having access to like media and like as like
I mean, I heard scary. Google Pay got shut down, and like fucking Google Pay and Apple Pay got shut down.
UPS, like all these people, like we're good right now, like, and it's really sad to see like the common people having to pay the price for this bullshit dictator. And I'm going fucking totally on a different but I wanted to say that like, this is why like people are trying to control people's like access to like information and knowledge because they know that if actually a lot of working class people found out what the fuck was going on like and they all got together that really there would be not much hope for a lot of like these bullshit fucking politicians like Gregory Abbott. I'll see you in hell.
Fuck you. Or El Paso.
Or El Paso. Or that you fucking turtle face Mitch McConnell.
You too, bitch. The one you have a 3-piece biscuit fucking and a 2-piece coming for you, nigga. Truly. All these politicians.
You're being much like you're being a 2-piece. I'm like I would like to my mom might listen to this, so I was like no, but like I do think there are like so many of these like tactics right now of trying to control like you know the oppressed to be like no like we don't want people to know that there's racism in other countries because if all these people get together or like it's so fucked up and it's just like I don't know like I'm really excited to see people sort of waking up from like COVID and that really kind of igniting some conversations and like things obviously happening in like Russia and Ukraine of like people being like, whoa, okay. And like I'm just hoping this continues and people actually like organize and continue to have conversations and creating safe spaces for people to even have the conversations or like to create of like, you know, they're just trying, they being like the powers that be, of like trying to keep people to be like a cog in the wheel of capitalism. Yes. And if you don't serve their purpose, they're going to try to find, like, they're going to dispose of you. And like, I've been on the end of that in like a local level of like, oh, well, okay, like now you've moved on and you're doing something else. Like, let's see how far we can drag your name in the mud. And like, good luck. I mean, you're going to have to fucking kill me. Like, I'm not I'm not going anywhere.
Yeah, guys.
And if you want to get rid of me,
No.
this is not like a threat. This is like, if you want to get rid, I'm not fucking going any.
Guys, if in 2016 this bitch didn't move to Canada, do you really think?
I'm
Like,
like,
do you
hey,
really?
guys,
Yeah. Do you really, like, nobody moved, like,
I'll go when I want to go, but like no one is like spooking me out of like leaving this city or like caring about the things that I care about and the communities that I care about. And I think that like, you know, eventually people, I hope, in Detroit will realize that like the people that you were like rubbing elbows with and are like booking you for DJ gigs are not all nice people, and they are profiting off of you because it's Juneteenth and we need to hire a black female DJ.
Oh my God.
Or whatever. So for those that want to be, I guess, like, and like for those that like want to be allies, it's like, you know, like help find those safe spaces or like give those safe spaces.
Honestly, if you, to me, and I've said this before and I'll say it again, if you are a white person in this motherfucking city and you are not giving of your resources, like explicitly to me, and this is gonna sound very transactional, but I don't care.
Such as life.
If you are not supporting, uplifting, promoting, providing for me, I don't have any time for you. I don't have any time for you to cry on me about like your woes, about your problems with whatever. I don't have time for it. White people have the shout out to Simone from Eat the Rich for literally being like, this is a white bitch who was like, I have a gallery and like you know artists and bring whoever the fuck you want. And the bitch made food. She made all the shit was free. It was free appetizers. It was free to get in. It was free to stay. It was free booze.
I love
her place is in Southwest.
I love her.
She stays low key.
I love
she
her.
does what the fuck. She promotes artists of all different backgrounds, but she was like she was not here on some and like she wasn't here on some exploitative shit. It wasn't on some like.
Where's the picture? I gotta put it on my Instagram, you guys. Hey guys,
as a white person,
we love black artists, but only for 1 month, because then your show's done, and we're gonna pull it the fuck down, and we're never gonna have anything to do with you.
You know,
and we're not
like,
gonna give you any skill. Like,
guys,
no, that's
like,
not the way this shit works. Like, I mean, it is the way that's how it works.
Well, that's
now.
how it's been working. Yeah, like the
it's
exploitation. It's rooted in exploitation. That's how they're able to get by
and like
with doing all the shit they've been able to do.
It's like we need more like funding, funded money.
We need money. We need white money. We need your money. I don't really care about your story or where you or your background. I cannot say this enough. I don't care about your shit, y'all. I'm so sorry. I really don't. I'll care. Give me $5,000 and I'll maybe care. I'll be like, oh shit, okay. So tell me, like, tell me.
And like the like one-time hiring of like a black DJ or artist for like, hey guys, we're having this cool art show at our brewery. It's a black guy. And
People
like,
come.
Also, it's February, and I know exactly what you're fucking doing.
People
so
come
like,
to the city knowing that it is a mecca.
Oh my god.
And a really a hotbed of opportunity in terms of like period.
We get it.
Period.
You're gonna come from LA. You're gonna get a fucking Kresge or night grant. You're gonna do your fucking whatever, and then you're gonna go back to like Joshua Tree and live in your fucking
Please stop. In your tiny home.
And if that's for you, that's great. But like, also like, I would rather just people be on. I would. There's also existence, right?
Oh yeah, no, they sure do. Yeah, they pushed a lot of niggas out for them Quonset huts. Don't think I don't know.
If you're gonna like, I'd rather someone be like, I'm here to get this money. I don't give a fuck about black people. I'm gonna take this gallery money and
but that's not. But that's not.
And like, I'm not saying it's right, but I'd actually really.
Well, I mean, because that's honest.
Even like it's honest, and like you trying to fucking control the narrative of like, we're a small business and we give a fuck about black artists and like.
And listeners, I also want you to challenge who you're consuming as well. Like, this is not just for y'all niggas that are like out here like running the streets and doing this shit. A lot of you are most of my listeners are white people who live in Detroit or come into Detroit.
I actually am more.
Listen, let me tell
I
you
did my
something.
ancestry.
Let me tell you when I
I
had
did
to
my
learn
DNA.
how to actually fucking vibe with white people. When I realized that, like, as a person who is raising a biracial child, it is irresponsible. It would be irresponsible and damaging and harmful to my child to permit any type of, like, unchecked, unmitigated hatred. And listen, I have every reason, I have nothing but reasons to fucking hate y'all niggas. Like, I have a drawer full of reasons.
My mom is white, believe me, and I'm always like, Mom, come get your I'm married to a white immigrant. Like, believe me.
But I think that what I'm getting at is that collective work means, and like coming together on this like workers, people coming together. It's not about curing racism. It's about honoring the fact that these differences exist and that in them is enough. It's humanity. Excuse me. Is the humanity that we should fight for, that we should all be fighting for.
It's like if you don't like me because I'm a black person, okay, just don't fucking kill me when I'm at like Target, like trying to get fucking nail polish and like
but this
dish
is why
soap, and it's so fucked up where it's like
this is why critical race theory or conversation. This is why no matter how socialist or collectivist people get, I always value we have to have conversations about race. We have to have conversations, especially in America. It is crucial to have these conversations centered in that and then go from there. Because, like, honestly, guys, learning family structure, learning endurance, learning drive, learning how to like make nothing out of something, learning how to like provide, learning how your gardening, your survival tools. That's all like nigga ingenuity and resources. I'm really sorry.
Let's braid each other's hair with our fucking
rice and shit and
with
a math jug.
Meanwhile, I'm gonna put some black-eyed peas in your braids, and I'll see you on New Year's Day.
Like a fortnight, bitch. I'll see you in a fortnight.
I'm sorry. How did you ever?
Okay,
like there are those moments where I'm like, how did white people really think they were gonna like destroy? Like, again, you have the chance.
Hey, I think it's because they survived the Black Plague.
But
honestly, if I survived the Black Plague, you wouldn't be able to tell me nothing either.
Yeah, Rance tried to kill us on ships, and we didn't die.
They're like, my whole fucking family died from dysentery, and I'm still here.
Okay, Oregon Trail.
Also that. Look, I don't think they would have survived the Oregon Trail. Listen, white people y'all wouldn't have survived Puritan. Y'all wouldn't have survived pilgrimage. You wouldn't have survived none of that shit had you not done the fucking Black Plague, nigga. Y'all had to do the Black Plague first. That was the bar. That was the bar. That was the bar.
It was like training.
It was literally like y'all were like.
I got this image in my brain of like American Gladiators. I don't know if you remember that show.
I 100% do. Yeah.
They're like in the hamster ball.
Yeah, they're just like running. They have the two like Q-tip things. Yeah. It's like it's like your immune system, and then like
not to just. But it is. I mean,
like bubonic plague, and it's like who's gonna win?
But then I know as I sit, like the older I get, and like the fucked up year and a half I've had, I'm like, I'm kind of, I'm not happy what happened, but I also am like, well, can't kill me, guys. Now I literally, there are those moments when I'm like, well, this didn't break me. I'm probably fine, and like.
I feel that way every day as a
like
black
sitting
femme.
in your just
honestly.
like being
every day I open my eyes.
you're like, there we go again. Fucking being like, Bring on
I'm like,
bring on
every day I open my eyes and every day I close my eyes. I'm like, well, that didn't kill me.
You're like, bring on the trauma, bring on the discomfort.
It's fine. Just let me get my weed. Let me get my weed.
I'm gonna take this bath. It's like a gigantic bowl of discomfort that I'm gonna soak in, and I'm totally fine. I don't know, those Epsom salts made it out. It's okay.
We're fine. It sucked
It
all of
is
that
so
energy
really, and like there is something very beautiful, I think, about obviously one the resilience of humans, but really
Yes.
like Black humans and Black Americans. That like every day I'm always like,
God damn.
man, like the fact that you're being so nice to me, right? I mean, it's God bless. Like it's.
White people
fucking-
have no reason to be as rude as you are sometimes because
Really,
honestly,
what the fuck are you because they got your fucking Starbucks on your mind?
you really have none. Y'all really
Oh
have
my
none.
God.
Like it's really
Willow,
wild. It's really wild. Like the care that I get dealing with Black individuals. Really, like overall, this is not like a case by case situation. This is not every situation, but like when I'm greeted by like a middle-aged Black person, or even God, there's a person who works at Ti-Fi right now. I don't know what your name is, sir, but you are just the kindest.
We love you.
Young,
Kindness goes far.
just
people.
so sweet and like stress. If you are not familiar with Ti-Fi off of 9 Mile in Oak Park, Michigan, god damn, I can't imagine to have a Black person working your front counter at a
Is it a man?
Japanese. Yes, they are a man.
Who is this man?
I don't know, but he's got this beautiful deep voice,
I'm
and
gonna
he's
go
just
right now.
so kind.
I'm so
He's always
excited.
so fucking
I
nice.
get so excited.
He's so stressed out. Like it's a stressful ass environment. Like you also like you've got like Taiwanese and like Japanese. Like you got shit happening behind you. And there's so much going on, and he's just kind. Meanwhile, I went to Birmingham to go pick up food when I was door dashing. And a white bitch, I don't know who you are, bitch, but fuck you.
You're terrible.
Listen, this bitch, oh my God, I can't believe I didn't tell you this. She called me back later after I dropped this food off. And I won't even get into the order because that was another story. I refuse to DoorDash in Birmingham. Y'all niggas on another level. But she calls me and she's like, yeah, you left this bag of food here at the restaurant, and I need to come back and pick it up. And I'm like, sweetie, I'm first of all, I didn't leave a bag of food anywhere. Like, I walked into the restaurant, and I gave you the name and the order number, and then you handed me a bag of food, and then I left. And she's like, well, everyone saw. She said everyone saw you take the food.
No.
I said, what? Everyone saw me take the food.
What are we?
I said, excuse me.
Also,
Excuse me. Excuse me.
Again,
Also, like,
you have nothing better to do with your time right now but try to argue with a woman.
And the lovely Black man who works at Ti-Fi would never do that to me. He would never call me back.
But again, it's like
he would never call me back and ask me.
He would just bring it.
He would be like,
where do you live? It's like,
he's like, I'm gonna bring it myself. Everyone saw you take the food.
So many people are people are just so fucking unhinged right now. This world is like, I mean, specifically, obviously what we're seeing of like white people.
A ginger white in Birmingham as a hostess. You're having a hard, listen, I don't care if it's a Saturday night for you, Brittany. I don't care that you're having a hard night.
Brittany.
I truly don't care. I see you in your like cardigan. It's like and with the buttons, and I see you. It's like off the shoulders, and I see you with like the
fuck is wearing a cardigan off the shoulder?
She's
You're wearing a cardigan to stay warm. Why is it off your shoulders? I don't know.
I see you.
I don't know about
but
that. But
calling me and like trying to put me on blast in front of everybody at your restaurant.
She's like, I have nothing else. I'm mad that Joe Biden. I'm mad about the mask mandates and Joe Biden and trans kids they have rights. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna call this Black woman that was doing DoorDash, and because I am miserable, I'm gonna try to make her feel miserable. That's like this.
Also, hey guys, in the future, if you order DoorDash, if we don't get the order, we're not gonna go back to pick up your order and then bring the rest of it back, ever. Nobody's ever gonna do that. Okay.
You're gonna have to put your
so you're gonna have to go pick it up, or you're gonna have to like call back up there yourself, and then you're gonna have to let them know that the order got fucked up, and then you're gonna have to handle it yourself.
Also, you're probably fine.
I literally
if that bag of food doesn't show up. and you got the rest of your order, you're probably fucking okay. Like, I'm sure you're probably, like, you might be disappointed.
I know it's disappointing, but, like, especially if you're ordering from, like, a restaurant. Like, this isn't, like, a McDonald's thing. Like, if you're ordering from, like, a restaurant, you could generally call back and be like, hey, guys, you didn't do the thing with the food. And they're like, okay, well, put it on credit. And then you order it again. You know?
Baked.
Like, one time somebody got mad that I did not check their order, and we are, like, it is, like, written in, like, the DoorDash contracts to not open the food anymore because it's COVID. It's
I also don't work at a fucking restaurant. That's their job. My job is to get the food that was already checked.
I just bring it to you. I literally just bring it to you.
Do we not know how this
transaction? I literally just bring it to you.
Do we not know how this transaction works?
I'm like, do you think that I'm like in the back, like fucking like chefing up in the kitchen? Like I'm not. I don't touch.
Yeah, they're like, hey, it wasn't spicy. You're like, I didn't fucking cook it. I said no eggplant. You're like, again, I did not fucking cook this shit. Call the fucking restaurant. Also, maybe if you paid restaurant workers more, they give a fuck about your order. Hey, we'll pay you $7 to work fucking 95 hours in a row.
It's crazy. And listen, during COVID, y'all niggas have been out of control.
No.
You've been Sarah.
No.
You people have been out of control.
No.
You people have been unhinged. Depression and anxiety have hit you strong. I can tell. Your orders are outrageous. The things that you demand of
your lack of
the
tipping.
things that you demand of people who are bringing your food, and you do not tip. You do not give money. You do not compensate. Is out of control. It would be enough to make me fight. It would be enough to make me fight, and that's why I have to DoorDash.
People are like, I don't know why restaurants want to unionize, and I'm like, okay, I always, as a former service industry employee and just giving a fuck about people having a living wage.
Yes.
It's like, obviously, like, you tip them. You tip your server because they're providing you a fucking service, and you tip them. I don't give a fuck if I'm like, I don't care if you spilled my drinks.
Yes. Like, you fuck on my, or I'm gonna tip you. Unless you, like, try to fight me or some racist shit.
I was just gonna say that.
Fucking nigga, and it's like very apparent, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
This old black bitch is married to this young white man, and I'm like, I just wanted to eat on man. Okay, but like, even I am appalled how many times like especially when like COVID first hit, I was like, all right, like we gotta like give money to like all these people, and like. I am a senior citizen going out.
You are not a senior citizen.
Going out to eat for a fresh 6 p.m. dinner is kind of like our entertainment. And like we would get carry on people like, oh my god, thank you for giving us like a 25 to 30% tip. They're like, people are not tipping us. I'm sorry, you fucking tip the people that, or maybe you're not. People that cut your hair, if you get a massage, if you're getting your nail, like
any service,
you are being provided
to you. Services to you.
This is how people
the entitlement's outrageous.
Money because they're
crazy.
Also making what $2.35 an hour, which is I'm sorry,
literally $0, guys. Hey, it's literally less than like. Do you know how much rent costs? Do y'all know how much like?
No, they don't.
Do you?
No. Apparently they do not. Did you not see the stimulus checks we got? Like. Here's $7 for 2 years, guys. I don't know why the economy is sinking, and it's like, cause literally.
Well, first of all, it should, cause it's.
Do you
trash.
fucking know how much it costs to heat your house?
Like, how much is a banana?
Yeah, it's like
how much? What? $3?
No.
Go get a banana.
Nancy Pelosi. I know. I can't. She's.
I can't.
Like,
all
they
politicians.
Don't like. It's like again, these are
they're detached.
Like they're like
detached.
Why is $7? I mean, they know $7 isn't enough, but they're gonna pay us $7 whatever minimum wage to like be like, you know, like you're fine. We gave you $1,200 for a span of 3 fucking years of a pandemic, and like, just stop eating avocado toast and now fuck off. It's like that's not. Do you know how like? Do you know how much a heating bill is?
I'm also
how much
convinced,
gas is?
I'm also convinced that they do know, though.
No,
of course,
do.
No, they know because they set the price.
Yeah. Oh, they know.
Like the lobbyists and like they're like the lobbyists and like the government organizations, like they're in cahoots with like the corporations, the big businesses. 99% of the time, people from corporations wind up becoming lobbyists or vice versa. people from government wind up becoming like CEOs and like fucking CFOs of these massive corporations that
It is all connected.
it really, I mean, guys,
and
like,
and on purpose.
Yeah,
and like
yeah.
people being like, somebody the other day was like, this war in Ukraine and with Ukraine and Russia is not our war. And I'm like, who the fuck do you think is making money? Fucking Lockheed and Martin, like the gun like this is
like,
kind of our
guys.
war.
Hey, for the record,
there's a lot of American cannibalism here from
the Lockheed and Martin, every single
Remington.
gas or like the
gas.
I mean, like it's like outrageous weapons and
I don't know
God,
why
even
are we
even fucking like Dyson? Like I know like everybody's with Dyson vacuums, but Dyson is a military industrial organization.
You don't have to vacuum.
Like I'm not saying don't vacuum, niggas. I'm just telling you that these people or these
buy that shit from the thrift store. I see them all the time.
Okay, and these organizations, guys, like truly though, like Remington and like these war machines. Everybody's making
oil, which like especially like right
and
now.
And all this is intercontinental too. This isn't. It's American, but it's also like it's rooted in Americans' colonization and westernization into these other these oil-rich countries, including Russia.
Including
Russia.
Especially now, maybe this is the time we talk about like renewable,
like resources,
sustainable energy resources.
Maybe finite resources that the Earth really like vitally needs to replenish. Maybe that
the wind is literally like,
maybe that was the wind just blows.
The wind's like
for
free.
free.
Yeah, the wind's like, hey guys,
for free.
The water's like
for free.
Hey, I there's so.
Well, I mean, it's polluted. Water's like
because
okay.
But like wind and like solar, like the sun's like, hey guys, I like.
But Mr. Lockheed and Mr. Martin can't make their annual overheads and their profits, Sarah. There's so much money. And listen, you know, like back to Detroiters, quote unquote. You know, y'all niggas
capitalist vampires.
Y'all are literally what differentiates you from these oil guzzling fucking what's the difference? You literally follow the same waves and trends and patterns that for sure net you money, that for sure keep you in the clear. You are happy exploiting.
Hierarchy.
You're happy consuming and abandoning and not giving back, not giving to the city at all. And it's apparent, right?
No,
it's apparent.
But Asia, they put a black square on their
I'm exhausted.
Instagram, and they were like, we're devastated.
I'm truly exhausted.
Yeah,
you know what's gonna be devastating when I rob you.
You've heard of Batman. Batman was a fucking millionaire.
Oh my. Okay, another girl. I'm about to be 40. I do not need another. That's another thing I don't need is a Batman movie. I don't need it.
I mean,
give me a Catwoman movie. Another one. Can we do more Catwoman movies?
More Zoe Kravitz.
I'll watch that.
Oh
That's
my god,
I'll do that all day.
So
we'll do that all day. But another Batman. I'm tired.
Yeah,
we're gonna end this podcast because we've been talking for 2 hours.
Hi guys.
We're gonna support your business. Let's talk about you, Sarah. Sarah, your business. Sarah, listen, let me guess, Sarah, because Sarah's not gonna do it for Sarah.
I'll do it. I'll do it.
Boom. Talk about your services. Talk about what you do, bitch.
What are your services?
No, not like services.
So I do a lot of things.
You do.
But right now, several years ago, my husband and I started a small little retail business called Wabi Sabi 313, which is actually people are like, what is? They're always like, are you Japanese? I'm like, no. It's actually a term. It's a Japanese term that really is about celebrating finding imperfections in things that are seemingly broken. So like the whole mindset of like another one man's trash is another man's treasure. So we started basically selling clothing online for lots of reasons, sustainability reasons, because we hate the fucking mall.
Not just like clothes online. Like Sarah's like thrifting. We digging. I go to resourcing.
You guys don't even want to know.
Yo, that cowboy sweater you just put up, bitch. The one
the Kenny,
So the Kenny Rogers. Did you? I wanted it so bad. I wanted it so bad.
I go far. Like,
truly no, deeply.
Very far.
I bought several things from you. A couple of t-shirts from you.
Country sometimes.
I
go deep.
Yes.
But really, it was like creating. Like, also, like, we have friends that are like trans that like don't feel comfortable going to stores to shop because people are dickheads and there are not safe spaces for that. So we're like, we'll do the work for you. And so we started doing that a couple years ago, and what I thought was just really
great,
kind of be a hobby, turn into being a little bit more fruitful, and that's really great. So like, that's been fantastic. Especially during, it's also for me like as someone that has an English degree, there is like a really beautiful narrative around like all of the clothing of like where it's coming from and like where did it live, but like also like let's not throw that shit in the garbage and create more fucking litter and waste. Yeah. I mean, like the fashion industry, as somebody that has worked in the fashion industry, it's not sustainable, and it literally is. It's the second most detrimental industry to the environment, and I'm like, I don't need fucking the bullshit. Sorry, Forever 21. I'm not to drag your like. I don't need that shit, and I don't want to pay for specifically a lot of like young Bangladeshi and like women in like Asia that are getting sexually abused and exploited to like make clothing, where I'm like, there's so much shit already in this world, and it's probably way cooler than what you're gonna find at like Oakland Mall.
It's true, guys.
Sorry, Hot Topic.
It's true. No,
like there's just way cooler shit. So like we were like, we're gonna do the work, and I personally find a lot of happiness in like being able to find that like perfect piece for somebody. And like I know with like, again, like everything going on in the world, it's like whatever. But that to me brings me a lot of joy, where there's like that piece that someone's like, oh my God, like you just found me the perfect whatever. And like I feel like right now, especially when there's so much discomfort in the world, like I feel like wearing clothes that make you feel good and whether that's sweatpants, because that's where I'm at these days. I must really like you if I'm
like dressing up, right? Yeah. Like if you're like putting clothes on.
So we started doing that. So we're Wabi Sabi 313 on Instagram and Depop. We're trying to build a website. It's just it's very time consuming, and doing more like doing reels and blogs and all of that stuff. So that's really great. And then I am Lady Fantastic Detroit. That is my personal account. It's a private account.
It is,
and it's just because I had a lot of trolls for a while.
Yes, you did.
And I very rarely am like,
I will vet for you.
If literally you have like 53 followers and no mutual friends, I'm skeptical, because probably we're gonna have a mutual friend, because I know a lot of people, and that's just. But I use that space a lot to talk about like fuck Gregory Abbott and what's going on right now in Ukraine, and like pictures of my dog sometimes. But
so cute.
I use
Sweet
that
babies.
really kind of like as a space, just like
shout out to Gucci.
Oh, whoop whoop.
Sweetest.
Cheers to rescue dogs.
Honestly, the babies.
Oh my God. But so yeah, my personal account is just me being like a loudmouth and like bitching about all the stuff that we've been bitching about for the last 3 hours.
What did we say we were gonna name this episode?
3 hours. Something about slows. Was
it just fuck slows?
I mean,
fuck slows. Is it SLOW?
Yeah. Slows. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, and I DJ, but I also am not wanting to try to like DJ like a super spreader event and like not be that person.
Please don't be that person.
Eventually, as summer gets, I mean, like, or if I like you enough, you can just come to my backyard this summer and I'll just DJ there a party. Yeah, and then I work for a fashion accessory manufacturing company.
I love it.
And
you're doing that.
I'm
you're
doing
out
it.
here.
I literally am like, I'm a senior citizen now.
You are not a senior citizen. You have to
like
stop.
You're not. I like an early dinner.
You do, yes.
A nice wine. And a bath. And then I'm going to watch an episode of my shows and I'm going to go to bed. And God bless you, COVID, for like, I guess, making me slow down. Because
it forced all of us to. It really did.
So, I mean, COVID is obviously devastating and still happening.
People, yes. So, hey, wear a mask.
Wear a mask. Go get
Are
vaccinated.
you fucking kidding? Get a booster shot, guys. Like, it's...
Get boosted.
Come on. It's really... Just do it, all right?
People will, like, literally go to fucking, like, McDonald's and eat that shit and be like, I don't know.
Come
What's in the
on.
vaccine?
Yeah,
I'm like,
come on,
bitch,
guys.
you eat Subway cheese
Yo,
3 times a week.
Yo, you're literally like snorting lines off of Slo's barbecue fucking
Well, that's
like off of the toilet bowls there.
Hello.
You're
We're talking here specifically.
Okay.
I'm looking very deep into the camera right now. I'm like, hello.
You're at UFO Factory snorting lines in the fucking drippy, like fucking black and yellow bathroom or whatever, but you won't go get boosted. You won't wear a mask, and you like anyway, do that. Support me, guys.
Absolutely support
The Hard
Aint.
R's 313. I'm that on Instagram. I'm that on email. I'm that on Twitter.
I'm gonna send you an email.
Yeah, please. So I want to start doing listener letters, but I don't. I'm also trying to like expand my audience. There's a lot of work I'm trying to do over here on these
Marketing,
parts, but
guys.
it really it's hard when
That's
you're a
why you-
one-woman show.
Also, that's why you donate to this Patreon. Because
Please, that
really,
too. Listen.
Guys, it is so hard. As somebody that ran a marketing company by myself, for a very well-known company, I was like,
I really just need the money. Okay,
one person can't do this.
If I had the money, so here's the thing: if I had the money, then I wouldn't have to work these hours, so then I could stay home and like focus on like getting these reels out and getting my videos edited and like getting my. But
Being
I have
creative is actually very expensive.
It's
I don't think that people. So many people. Don't.
Oh, you know who does know? The nigga from Romeo. He knows, or they know how expensive it is. That's why Daddy's Money was able to secure them for that, you know. But
to buy buildings
for people like us,
to buy buildings and sell buildings for millions of dollars, and then to your small business. That's it. Okay, yeah. No.
Anyways,
no, but for the there's a lot of artists, and honestly, like buying a piece of art or like donating to a Patreon.
I started $3, guys. It's $3.
You guys can buy a fucking IPA for $12 fucking.
Truly, it's $3 a month. This isn't a week. This isn't like this isn't a day. This is $3 a month. Like, I'm literally just trying to get to like $700, $700 worth of subscribers.
I mean, these are like you can buy $300 sneakers. You can go to the fucking mall and buy the new fucking iPhone.
Dolores.
You can. It's $3.
Please.
You can do it.
Yeah, the Patreon is Patreon / the Hard R's 313. Hit me up. I love y'all. Those that are supporting me and have been supporting me, thank you. Continue supporting me. Continue listening. Continue sharing. Sarah, thank you for coming.
Oh my god.
God damn it.
Oh my god.
This is gonna be. We're gonna like break this into like literally 2 episodes. I think I'm gonna break this into 2 episodes.
Okay.
Wait, no, you're.